whore.
The home of New York Giants football, The Fan.
Runs out of the tackle, down the right sideline, cuts inside at the 5, in for the touchdown!
1019 FM WFAN. WFAN FM. WFAN FM HD1 New York. An Odyssey sports station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
On this Super Bowl Monday, how we do? Evan and Tiki on The Fan for the next 4 hours. We have a ton to discuss. The unforgivable mistake made by Mike Trico. We've got quarterback updates as we head to the NFL offseason. And, of course, later on in the show, a tradition around here on Evan and Tiki, we make our Super Bowl 61 predictions. But let me be maybe the only one to say it. I really thoroughly enjoyed Super Bowl 60. So for everyone out there who's like, it was boring, it was dull, at least for me personally, and I know it's because I'm a tiny, bitter man, watching Drake May act confused, watching Drake May not get an opportunity to throw the football, looking at the look on Mike Vrabel's face, even just thinking of Dave Portnoy being upset. Like, the idea that the New England Patriots got embarrassed in the Super Bowl was, at least for one person, me, enough to overtake the fact that, sure, the game wasn't wildly entertaining from a back-and-forth standpoint. But for me, I found myself thoroughly entertained for 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, look. Bad Bunny scored the first touchdown of the game. He's the first one to cross the goal line.
That is true.
But other than that, I didn't mind it. Maybe because I had picked Seattle, and what I thought was going to happen happened.
Yeah.
Like, you sit and you analyze, at least from my perspective as an analyst, I sit and I analyze and I look and I'm like, all right, the Patriots are this. God, they struggled offensively all postseason, even though they found ways to win those games against the better defenses. Why are they going to be better against a really good defense in the Super Bowl? And so what I thought was going to happen happened. So there was some personal satisfaction.
I get that.
That I got it right.
Yeah,
now,
I see that.
Ultimately, from a historical standpoint, you were absolutely right at the beginning of the week. Like, what are we looking forward to the Super Bowl for? Is a chance it's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
And it kind of was. But getting it right felt good for me.
Well, I respect that.
I enjoyed it.
I respect that.
You enjoyed it.
I hope you respect the fact that as a bitter, small Jet fan, I enjoyed the Patriots getting their ass kicked.
Did you enjoy it?
I hated the game. I mean, the game did nothing for me. People are leaving houses at halftime. That game sucked. I'm sorry.
Well, I get your perspective. I think if you watch the Super Bowl to be entertained, which I know the vast majority of Americans do, you just want to watch an entertaining game, you didn't get what you wanted.
Dude, that was a color rush Thursday night game. That's not the Super Bowl.
That's fine, and I understand that. I can't say you're wrong. But as someone who is a Jet fan, and I think most Jet fans will agree with me, because I think you sat down and watched the Super Bowl with the goal of not being entertained and having it be a close game, but watching them lose. Like, they've won enough championships in our lifetime. We don't need to see Mike Vrabel and Drake May hold a Super Bowl trophy.
Right.
And as an added bonus, and maybe this isn't the popular opinion, but I did say this on Friday, as much as I like Sam, I do, and I don't blame the Jets fully for getting rid of Sam Darnold.
Plus, it's 4 teams removed.
It's 4 teams removed. I didn't want to see Sam win the MVP. I didn't want to see Sam have this epic performance.
So it was perfect for you.
And it was perfect because Sam wasn't bad, and he deserves credit.
But he also wasn't good.
He also wasn't great. He threw about 4 or 5 interceptable balls in the first quarter of this game. So it was kind of perfect where Seattle could have had Trent Dilfer as their quarterback. They could have had Kerry Collins as their quarterback. They could have had me as their quarterback. And the truth is, between Kenneth Walker running the football, between their defense being outstanding and earning the nickname that they want, like, the quarterback sort of didn't matter. And so there's no bitterness from me about, the former Jet draft pick won a Super Bowl. So selfishly, I got everything I wanted.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing is when you look at this Seattle team now going forward, do they have a chance to be this every year? Because their defense is great and their coach great, but they're losing their offensive coordinator. And is this Sam Darnold that we've seen the last 2 years real?
I just want to stop you and say thank you that you did not open this show and say the one word we don't want to hear about the Seahawks today.
Which is?
Every radio show will go, can this team become a dynasty?
No, they're not a dynasty.
Not a dynasty, but can they be as great next year? Sure. But you know how it works with defensive-built teams. There's a reason the 85 Bears are good but only win the one Super Bowl. The Ravens only win the one Super Bowl. It gets harder to keep the guys, and injury luck has to be on your side the next year.
No, you're
those
right.
teams are hard to back up back-to-back years.
Right, but I look more offensively. I mean, they played bad in this game offensively. You mentioned it. Sam Darnold was 50% for 200 yards. It was because of Kenneth Walker in the run game. And that they found a way to just kind of control the game. They didn't blow out the New England Patriots, even though the score says that.
I think they blew them out.
They just
I disagree with you.
They just control. I'm talking about offensively.
No, but you know what? At 9-0, the game was over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
they
that's,
didn't
to me,
score
it's
a
not a
touchdown.
blowout.
The game was over.
I looked at this game. It was 19-7 in the fourth quarter.
I get you.
That's not a blowout.
Yeah.
It became score-wise a blowout because New England was utterly inept. Offensively. But my point is, Seattle, even not playing well, scored 29 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
and so can they do that again and again and again? That's why they're not dynastic, because I don't think that that's possible for them. But look, this from a Seattle standpoint, this was fulfilling because this felt like the Seattle's victory from a decade ago.
Yeah, it kind of was. Like, it was different than the Denver win because that was even more of a blowout in terms of the traditional term blowout. But this game was over in the first half. And I felt this way as someone passionately rooting against the Patriots. Like, there was never a moment where I was concerned. Even when Drake May and the Patriots offense finally got going, when they had the 3-play drive, the Mac Hollins touchdown, right after the fan jumped on the field, which I guess had a chance to be the turning point of the game if the Patriots built off of that. But even at 19-7, I was like, they're not coming back.
No.
So even though the score may not have been a blowout, the Patriots offense could do nothing. They didn't have a drive or they didn't have a possession. Let me scratch all that. They didn't run a play in Seahawks territory until the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Like, it was an unbelievably dominant performance. And just getting back to the Seattle offense and what they did well, where I will give Sam Darnold a lot of credit, because I remember standing here on Friday, and I ended up picking the Patriots at least to cover the number. And one of the reasons I thought that was I didn't trust Sam. I thought he turned the ball over multiple times.
He almost did.
He almost did.
He tried hard.
He tried hard, and almost only counts in, hand grenades.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Weeks off to a flying start.
I got it right. Hand grenades is a part of it. But they didn't turn the ball over, and that was the key.
No,
and New
right.
England played so aggressively early, they almost knew they needed to turn Sam over and turn Seattle over to win this game. But that was the entire key. Offensively, they didn't F up.
Yeah.
They didn't screw up in any kind of epic way, and they let this defense, which now has a nickname I'll recognize, I'll acknowledge them because they're Super Bowl champions, the Dark Side. Now you have a nickname. When they're trying to run this nickname in Week 18, it's like, you don't get a nickname. But when you win a Super Bowl and you beat the Patriots, fine, you get a nickname.
I give Clint Kubiak and this offensive staff, and I guess Mike McDonald as well, credit because they knew exactly what you knew. Sam has been great. He had a fantastic season, but he also has had turnover issues in his career and even this year at points.
They came into the playoffs real quick, as I mentioned this on Friday, with more turnovers than any other team in this postseason, coming into the postseason.
So game plan for a Super Bowl, we were running the football.
Yes.
And they stuck to it, and it worked for them. Why New England, couldn't stop the run, because they've been pretty good this season against the run. Part of it was, I don't know, Kenneth Walker just being unbelievable and setting things up and having patience and out-racing guys to the sideline multiple times. We had a 29 and a 30-yard run in the first half. So part of it was individual effort, but I give credit for this to the Seahawks for not letting Sam Darnold do what you thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't need to be the hero in this game.
He did not at all, no.
It was the defense that was going to be heroic and a run game, and that's not how they played a lot of this season. They played a lot of this season opening it wide the hell open and throwing Jackson Smith and Jigba and Raheed Shaheed, all these massive plays downfield. They didn't do much of that at all.
I don't know if you're going to be offended by this, but I'm being truthful with you. As I'm watching this game, especially in the second half, when it's clear that Seattle's going to win this game, as a football fan, I start thinking, does this remind me of any other Super Bowl? Is there a game that this reminds me of? And really, the only game that jumped out at me was yours against the Ravens. Right. I have to be honest, where Trent Dilfer did nothing wrong, Sam Darnold did nothing wrong. And I'm not comparing their careers. I'm just talking about one game and one performance, and you just saw this incredibly dominant defense. And also, much like your game against the Ravens, they didn't blow you out from a score perspective, but as I sat there watching that game as a young 17-year-old, you knew the game was over.
Right,
I don't know if you felt that way as a player, obviously, but as a fan, as an IFO, the score didn't dictate how far away you were from just competing with this all-time defense.
Yeah.
And not that the dark side's an all-time defense, but at 9-0, even at 6-0, it was like they have no shot.
No, you're right. And it's funny, they scored. They finally scored. Mac Hollins has 2 successive passes in a row, and they get into the end zone. And we're like, go for 2.
I know.
Get it close.
I know.
Try to make it somewhat closer. That's the only way you're going to have a chance.
Yeah. That was crazy because when they made it 19-0 on the A.J. Barner touchdown, and now it's early fourth quarter, this fan jumps on the field. And obviously in this day and age, they will never show the fan jumping on the field. So you'd have to go on Twitter or social media to see the video of it. But as we're waiting, I'm thinking to myself, boy, is this going to be like the odd spark that changes this game? And what's funny
Like
is
the
that
cat that runs on the field.
kind of, or the lights going out at the
Right,
Super Bowl
right.
between the Ravens and the Niners. And what's so funny about that, it's 19-0. I'm still chill. I'm enjoying myself. The very next play, right after the delay, 24 yards to Mac Hollins. The play after that, touchdown to Mac Hollins. It's 19-6. And we'll go a little bit later on the 2-point conversion because I thought it was asinine that Vrabel didn't go for it. But at 19-7, early fourth quarter, I'm thinking to myself, especially when they force Seattle to punt basically
That's
immediately,
right.
I'm like, holy crap, is this going to be the dude runs on the field game?
Yep.
I still had a confidence because of how bad Drake May looked when given the opportunity that
yeah.
it wasn't going to happen.
And he
but it
proved it.
was at
And
least
he-
a thought in my mind.
And he proved it to you on the next possession.
Oh, my God, that interception was awful. And who had it again? I forgot. What was the
Julian
guy?
Love.
Oh, well,
Duct tape, our guy, Julian Love.
that's right. Wasn't just us.
That's right.
Wasn't just Jets.
Oh, Leonard Williams was great, too.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. So was Jason Myers, another former Jet.
Fingerprints roll over this game.
This was a New York touch. But yeah, this was the kind of game where, yes, I think 90% of people listening say it sucked. It was boring. I was distracted. I shut the game off, especially if you had to wake up early. I enjoyed every second of it. There is something about the Patriots losing that just as a loser Jet fan still gives me joy, even if I know my franchise is light years away from being them.
Right.
And watching Drake May, and it's crazy. I know that we can't judge Drake May on a Super Bowl or a postseason. That is not fair. A regular season matters, and he had a wonderful regular season.
Oh, he almost won the MVP.
You're right. And, I mean, it was one of the closest votes of all time. With that said, if you just watched Drake May in the playoffs, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't watch him in the regular season. You're an NFC fan. You just never watched him. And you turn this on in the postseason, you think to yourself, he's as bad as Justin Fields.
Yeah, the problem. So we say this about basketball in particular, right? The Knicks get blown out by the Detroit Pistons. Then a couple of days later, they destroy the Boston Celtics. And we try to evaluate them. And we come to the conclusion, regular season is okay. And basketball, does it really mean anything?
Right.
Probably not. I can't get there with the NFL. I can't get there and say the NFL regular season doesn't mean anything.
It's not that the regular season doesn't mean anything because you still have to win these games
Right.
to earn a right to go to the postseason.
Yeah,
We've
you got to
seen-
position yourself.
No doubt about it. But I think what ended up happening in the Super Bowl, not just with Drake May, but with the New England Patriots, is that guys like me, we were right. The Patriots beat up on a historically easy schedule.
Yep.
They had a historically easy route to the Super Bowl, and they got their comeuppance against a team that's really good. And that's, I think, the reality of it. And it doesn't take away from getting to the Super Bowl. Again, I would give anything as a fan of the loser team I root for to see my team have the easy route to a Super Bowl. But I think they got their comeuppance in the biggest game. That the reality was they had a historically easy schedule. They were facing a backup quarterback in the AFC title game. And when push comes to shove,
They're also
They
young.
weren't that good.
They're also kind of young in places that matter. Quarterback is young, second-year player. One of their running backs, Travion Henderson, he's a rookie.
Will Campbell,
is a rookie.
Oh, what a day he had.
Their left guard. So basically, the left side of their offensive line is rookies. Jared, what's his name? Wilson. He's a rookie as well. So they were just young. It doesn't mean that they're done. This is a one shot at the Super Bowl for this Patriots team, but it felt like they weren't ready. And it was mostly Drake May in the postseason. It felt like he wasn't ready
Tiki.
for the step up in competition.
Keep this in mind. I'm not going to sit here on February 9th and tell you the Patriots won't get back to a Super Bowl. You never know. I'm not burying them after this. But I will give them the same lesson I give fellow Met fans, Jet fans, Net fans, and you guys who are Giant and Yankee fans and Ranger fans. Just because you're close and just because you're on the rise and just because it feels like the best is yet to come
Right.
doesn't mean that's going to happen. Like, I can give you
Oh, of course
countless
it doesn't.
examples around here where we thought we'd be back and we never get back. When you get close, you got to take advantage of it.
No, you're right.
And the New England Patriots didn't do that, and there's certainly no guarantee Drake May and Mike Vrabel will ever seen another Super Bowl.
No, you're right. And look, their team's going to turn over a little bit as well. You don't know. Some of these guys, is Morgan Moses going to come back again and play again?
No, it's a fair question.
It's just there's so many different moving parts after you lose the Super Bowl that you don't think about until the next season starts.
So, do people agree with me? Did they actually have a really good time watching that Super Bowl last night? I had a blast. 888-808-1019. My favorite moment was when my youngest son, Spence, comes up to me and says, Bad Bunny, why is he here? He's a wrestler. No. I mean,
did he enjoy it, though?
Yeah, I think he enjoyed all the scenery and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that was crazy. We'll get to that a little bit later on. Thoughts on the halftime show, the commercials, all that. Your phone calls, 888-808-1019. And I'm not beating around the bush. When we come back, Mike Trico made an unforgivable mistake, and I demand he apologize. We're live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Back when I played, creatine was a locker room secret. Players knew. Trainers knew. The fans didn't. But now the secret's out. Creatine boosts strength, speeds up recovery, and even helps with brain health. That's why I take GAT Sports' new creatine chews. 5 grams per serving, no sugar, no shaker, and no mess. Save 30% off your first bottle at gatsport.com with code Tiki30. That's GAT sport.com with code Tiki30. GAT Sport Creatine Chews. Fuel up and compete harder.
This portion of the program was sponsored by IHateMyEnergyBill.com. Are you sick of insane utility bills? Go to IHateMyEnergyBill.com to find out if your home qualifies for solar with zero out-of-pocket costs. See your bills dwindle with solar panels and get your free savings report today at IHateMyEnergyBill.com.
It's Monday Night Basketball on WFAN with the Nets and Bulls. 7:30 tonight. The home of Brooklyn Nets basketball is The Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps. Summer in New York and New Jersey just got hotter. Tim McGraw, the Pawn Shop Guitar Tour. Get lost in the songs you love to sing. With special guests. 49 Winchester. PNC Bank Arts Center, Friday, July 10th, and North Valley Jones Beach Theater on July 24th. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Part of the Cadillac Tri-State Concert Series.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ratliff, Engineering Director at Nissan. You know, some things are important to hear from an expert, not a voice actor. For instance, the Nissan Rogue is not only strong and practical, but it's reliable too. We've tested the turbocharged engine for thousands of hours, so it keeps going when you need it most. And 225 pound-feet of torque is what's going to allow this SUV to tackle those bigger, more ambitious adventures. Everything so you can go rogue.
Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. Get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, or 2025 Nissan Pathfinder for well-qualified buyers. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to INMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 3/2/26.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try Maintain X for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Hey, it's John Gallucci Jr., President and CEO at JAG Physical Therapy. It's hockey season, and your little pros get big injuries too. Parents, play it safe. If your son and daughter sustain an injury, JAG Physical Therapy is prepared. Our licensed physical therapists, occupational therapists, and certified athletic trainers treat you at our state-of-the-art facilities. Our physical therapists are certified to treat all sports injuries, from youth leagues to the big leagues. Injuries can happen to anyone, and it's important that you get treated right away. We are an in-network provider with most insurance companies, including Medicare. When you get injured, we're ready at JAG Physical Therapy, and we look forward to cheering you on from the sidelines.
JAG is the only outpatient physical therapy and occupational therapy provider that serves the 5 boroughs, Long Island, Rockland, Westchester, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Schedule your visit today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
Get back the life you love at JAG Physical Therapy.
This President's Month at Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat. We're celebrating all month with special presidential savings, plus 0 down payment.
We have your new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram at extra special fun is in the driver's seat savings.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4, just $187 a month. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo X 4x4, just $295 a month.
Plus, choose from a wide selection of certified pre-owned vehicles.
And if you need credit help, we're here to make it fast and easy on Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Proud member of the Nielsen Auto Group.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
President's Day Sales Event. Term 27 months to Sign Compass 5782, Cherokee 5890 at tax tag 489 dock and DMV fees.
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
Now let's address my biggest issue from Super Bowl 60. And I'm not sure, Tiki, if you picked up on it. I'm not sure if you, Sean, picked up on it. But this bothered me. This bothered a few of my friends. This really caused the rest of the game to sort of have a dark cloud hanging over it. And it was all because of Mike Tirico, who I genuinely like. I don't know if I've ever ripped Mike Tirico before, because why would I? I think he's a hell of a broadcaster. Until last night, they were doing what they do during every Knicks game. They were going through all the celebrities that are there. In fact, I'm just going to let you take a listen. This is from last night's Super Bowl. Mike Tirico talking about all the celebrities that are here at Super Bowl 60.
Of course, it's the Super Bowl. Everybody's here. The great Roger Federer down on the field before the game, taking in some of the sights. You saw John Bon Jovi bring out team he loves rooting for, the Patriots. Jay-Z on the sideline here before the game with his crew. Bieber's got a great seat. Adam Sandler supporting the Patriots as per usual, among the luminaries on hand.
Excuse me? Adam Sandler supporting the Patriots as per usual? What garbage? He's a Jet fan.
Right. John Bon Jovi used to be a Giant fan.
Well, I don't know his deal. What is it? Because he's sleeping? He's like friends with Robert Kraft or something?
That's what it is, basically.
Yeah.
I heard this with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Sandler's a Jet fan.
Of course it was. But he had a hat on that had the Patriots logo on it.
Okay. Can I explain? And I have undeniable evidence of this. He was wearing a Super Bowl 60 hat.
Yeah, it had
so
both.
it featured both the Patriots and the Seahawks, but the angle that NBC got him at showed just the Patriot logo. Fine, misunderstanding. And we could even debate the merits of him wearing a hat with the Patriots logo on, which we'll do in a minute. But first,
I'm sure he walked into whatever suite he was in and they gave you hats.
We'll get to that. Mike Tirico needs to know better. Because
how is he supposed to know
Because
that?
Adam Sandler goes to Jet games. He's not just some guy who claims to be a Jet fan.
Okay, how many times have the Jets been on NBC?
I don't know. Do your homework. I mean, what do you want me to tell you?
Why is he got to do his homework on celebrities?
Don't assume I care. Don't assume in front of 100 million people that Adam Sandler, as per usual. What garbage? No, as per usual. He's never been a Patriot fan. He's not a Patriot fan. He's a Jet fan. And the fact that Tirico didn't come back from that commercial break and apologize.
Did he know?
Well, someone should have told him.
Who was going to tell him?
There's 1,000 people on that staff, bro.
Yes, and probably none of them are Jet fans.
How about just basic knowledge?
Well, hold on.
Is that basic knowledge?
Yeah. Basic knowledge was Pete Davidson was a Giant fan, now he's an Eagle fan. Bon Jovi was a Giant fan, now he's a Patriot fan. I think basic knowledge is celebrities now just go where the wind goes.
Not Adam Sandler. Now, have you ever heard him? Have you ever spoken to him? He was on the Manning cast like a year ago. Didn't you watch it?
No, who did? Who's still watching the Manning cast?
Well, it was a few years ago, so I was. Dude, it's well documented. Like, honestly, this is like Jerry Seinfeld being called a Yankee fan.
If you would have asked me off the top of my head if Adam Sandler is what fandom is he has football-wise, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, but you know what, Tiki? If you did the Super Bowl, you would have known because you would have done your research.
No. But why would I do my research on that?
I don't know. If they're going to show Adam Sandler on the screen, have a freaking idea who he is. And don't, as per usual.
I mean, they know who he is. They don't know his sports fandom, though.
You know what pisses me off even more?
This is only pissing you off because it's the Jets. It's Jets LOLing again.
Well, and they accuse him of being a Patriot fan.
He's wearing the logo on the hat.
He's wearing the logo.
All right, now let's address this. Is this a problem? Like, if I'm a Jet fan, I'm not wearing a Super Bowl hat with both logos on it.
It's a problem because you're blaming Tirico for getting mad because no Jet fan in their right mind would put a Patriot logo on their head, even if it's a Super Bowl 60.
I wouldn't do it. I think that is more debatable, though, than just getting the information wrong. Let me go to Mike and Oneida, who noticed this, too. This was not picked up by enough people, so this is why we're bringing it up early in our show. What's up, Mike?
Hey, man. Big Jets fan. I'm with you, Evan. I love the game. I was screaming at the room full of people I was with that they just showed Sandler with the Patriots logo. That now I understand it was both on the hat. Unacceptable. He should not have put that hat on his head. That's ridiculous.
So more mad at Tirico or more mad at Adam Sandler?
More mad at Sandler. Tirico I never love, and whatever. He can do his research how he wants, but Sandler should not be ever having a Patriots logo on his head.
I am glad you brought it up. Now let's have the debate.
Well, who doesn't love Mike Tirico, first of all? He's great.
No. He's dead to me, to quote Tiki Barber. I'm done with him. Until he apologizes, I don't want to hear from him anymore because that's an egregious mistake. But to our caller's point, would you put on a Super Bowl hat that was Eagles-Chiefs? Like last year or 2 years ago. When did the Eagles play the Chiefs? I forgot already.
Last year.
Was it last year?
Yes.
Okay. Would you have put that hat on?
And 4 years ago.
That's right.
No. Hell no.
Wow.
Why would I? I'm not a Chiefs fan. Well, I'm certainly not an Eagles fan.
It's the Super Bowl.
Okay, whatever. It's a hat. I got plenty of hats. Do I need this? I'm at the Super Bowl. Do I need a hat telling you I'm at the Super Bowl?
No, biggie.
Wow. Right.
Seriously.
You feel the same way, Sean?
Yeah, I just don't know why I would even if somebody gave me the hat, that's like, all right, I'll throw it in the bag. I guess I'll store it in my attic till I die and my kids find it. Like,
Right.
when do you ever wearing that hat?
Yeah, no, listen, I wouldn't wear the hat. I want to make that very clear. And I have like Subway Series hats and things like that. So I have hats like that.
Yeah, but they're not wearing hats.
I will never wear it because I'm not putting the logo on of another team.
Right.
With that said, I don't.
Well, especially if it's a team that's your rival.
That you hate?
Exactly.
Yeah. Of course.
Oh, yeah, Mike. So do you agree where we're coming from on this?
Oh, we didn't drop you, Mike.
100%.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, what a good caller. He sat there, let us have the debate.
I forgot he was still there. I gave him the last word, though.
That's rare for Mike because Evan usually clips you quickly.
I think I missed the button.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that was it.
I didn't even know he was still there.
So we've got a two-pronged issue with this. It's my issues with Trico, and Mike, the Jet fan's issue is with Sandler putting the hat on.
Yeah, that's more the issue.
Yeah.
Forget Trico because how the hell is he supposed to know? Does he have I mean, there was 100 celebrities there. Is he going through the list of, I don't know, Lady Gaga and who she's a fan of? You know,
I think no idea. I think you got to know better. To me, this is basic info. I've seen the guy you met live.
But that could be a spotter making a mistake for him, going, yeah, Sandler's a big Patriot fan. And just screwing that up because everybody has basically turned their backs on the teams to be Patriot fans in the last 15 years.
Sandler isn't, though. I know Sandler's a Jet fan.
But Evan...
He went to the Super Bowl because it's the Super Bowl.
Evan, the only people that remember Adam Sandler's a Jet fan, no offense, are Jet fans. Like, you just don't see him anymore.
That's right.
How often do we see him at MetLife Stadium?
Does he go to games in the last 2 years?
Dude, he was at a game like last year.
Okay, but this isn't Bradley Cooper or Mike Trout at all the Eagle. Like, we just don't see him. Don't.
Oh, we do. It's not made a big deal out of.
Yeah, like Spiro Diaz doesn't point it out. All the games he does.
Let's go to Big O calling from Newark. What's up, Big O?
Hey, happy Monday, fellas. Good
up,
to
man?
hear from you guys. Listen, real fast, to Evan's point, the reason why Tirico's mistake is egregious is because, as Tiki said, he's not studying everybody. So where does he come off saying, as per usual?
No, you're right. That's a good point.
If he doesn't know, then he shouldn't be saying as per usual.
Yeah.
Not to mention, even though Sandler may not be portrayed as a Jets fan during regular broadcasts, this is the Super Bowl. You have hundreds of millions of people listening. Now everyone thinks that he's a Patriots fan. The Jets have almost nothing to claim positive. The one thing they do have is an Adam Sandler, and you guys just took that away from the Jets.
Right.
Like, can they win anything? But
I like how you made yourself laugh, but you're right. No, you're right. Listen, I'm sitting there watching a Super Bowl as per usual with my team not involved. And the one thing I want to do is get my small victories. Now, obviously, the Patriots losing is a big victory. Sam playing decent but not winning the MVP is a decent victory. Acknowledge a huge celebrity as a Jet fan as opposed to misnaming them or mischaracterizing them as a Patriots fan. And that felt like a loss. And by the way, here's how you know I'm not crazy. So I wrote down when he said it because I knew I was going to pull it for the show and it pissed me off. Within 3 minutes, a buddy of mine who's a diehard Jet fan, all he wrote was, "Can you believe what Trico just did?" And I write him back and I was like, "We're talking about the same thing. We're talking about Sandler." And he's like, "Yeah, that is egregious."
Yeah. Only because you're a Jet fan.
Okay.
I have to give Chris McMonagle, Aaron Boone's best friend, a lot of credit here.
Why?
He nailed it. Why would anybody like Mike Tirico or anybody who's a spotter on NBC think Adam Sandler's a big Patriot fan? Adam Sandler is ingrained in our brain for wearing what sports paraphernalia? What when you think of Adam Sandler?
Shorts?
Suck it! A Bruins jersey.
Oh,
come on.
Yeah, true.
It's a movie.
He's done 2 Happy Gilmores, but when you think of Adam Sandler in sports,
That's
you
a
think of
good
him in a
point.
Bruins jersey. And who do we associate the Bruins with? The New England Patriots.
That's ridiculous.
Chris McGonigal.
That's
It's not ridiculous because now that he says it, he's right. I think of him as a Boston guy.
Is he a Bruin fan?
No, but that was part of the Happy Gilmore. But if you asked me and I thought about it, he's probably a Boston guy, but he's not.
Is he a Red Sox fan? Do you think of him as a Red Sox fan? He's not. He's a Yankee fan. I know that.
I don't think of him as a Yankee
Hold
fan.
on. Where did Happy Gilmore take place?
Massachusetts.
So it was set in Massachusetts.
That original golf course.
So
Yeah.
he had to play a Boston fan.
He wanted to be a Bruin player. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Why could he not have done that in New York?
I don't know. That I can't tell you.
Right. Even if they filmed it in Boston.
He did Big Daddy in New York, did that whole thing.
Right. So why was it? I don't understand this now that I'm thinking about his fandom.
Well, I don't understand how Chris Big Mac McMonagle and Sean could be such simpletons that they assume a movie is real life. Like,
no,
I can't get over
He's
that.
saying Trico, when he thinks about Adam Sandler, the first thing you think about with Adam Sandler is that movie.
Dude, this guy,
you think of Happy Gilmore. And in Happy Gilmore, he's a Boston Bruins
I think
fan.
of Happy Gilmore, and I don't think of him wearing a Bruin jersey, which then makes him a Patriot fan.
What do you think of him?
I don't think of him
What's
wearing
the premise? What's the premise of having
that he's a
Gilmore?
hockey player playing
Right,
golf.
and his dream is to play for the Bruins.
Yeah, but I'm not thinking about the specific team.
You're not from your couch eating your cheese doodles. Mike Tirico is worried about when his red eye to Italy to go do the Olympics is as he's doing the Super Bowl. He's going through things fast.
You guys are so desperate.
Clown.
And you also just said Adam Sandler's a Yankee fan. I'm a Yankee fan. Chris, who the hell remembers him being a Yankee fan? I don't.
You should know better.
Red Sox fans. Remember Red Sox fans finding out Jimmy Fallon wasn't a Red Sox fan?
Because of a movie. Because they're idiots who assume, well, the movie must be true. It's a movie. Yeah, but you're playing a part.
Okay, but actors in movies usually stay true to their fandom. Don't they?
Not always.
But if you have the choice, you would stay true to your fandom.
Not Billy Crystal and City Slickers.
That's right. He's wearing the Met hat the entire time. And he's known as like a Yankee fan. Let's go to Corey in Montclair. What's up, Corey?
Hey, what's up, Ev? I was just gonna say Billy Crystal and City Slickers Mets fan, but I just think saying anyone could have played quarterback is just a bad take, Ev. And I kind of want to hear what Tiki says about this.
Yes,
this isn't 1973 Bob Greasy where he threw 7 times and won the Super Bowl.
Right?
You know, like he threw 39 times. Okay, let me just give you a couple stats. In 2025, last year, Eagles threw 23 times, and no one talks about Jalen playing a bad game. Let me give you one more. 2006, Big Ben threw 22 times, and no one talks about that. This is just PTSD scar tissue from Evan just feeling still sad about Jets, et cetera, et cetera. So I just want to hear what you have to say.
Well, look, I think Sam, he played the game that he had to play to win. Now, that it wasn't elite. They didn't throw for 300 yards and score, 40 points as we kind of have seen him do at points this regular season and also in the postseason. But I think he played the game exactly as he was likely told to play it.
Here's how I'll ask the question, and I think you'll give an honest answer. If Sam Darnold was the starting quarterback of the New England Patriots in this game,
no, they still
and
don't
Drake May was the starting quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks in this game,
right? Seahawks
what
still
happens?
wins. Same thing.
Thank you.
It's the same game.
Okay.
And because the game was won on the ground.
Right, and that's the point. Not that Sam was bad, just that Sam wasn't the difference. And that's not even an insult. That was my own little pettiness that, yes, I didn't want him to throw for 450 yards and win a Super Bowl MVP. I didn't want that. I wanted him to win. I'm happy about that. But for him not to be the difference. And that's the question that Corey should ask himself and anyone out there should ask themselves if they don't think me or anyone else is giving Sam enough credit. If you switch the starting quarterbacks, what happens in that game that's different? Now, I've just been told that Adam Sandler met the media after the game.
No, Entertainment Tonight.
Entertainment Tonight addressed which aspect, the Trico mistake or the hat situation?
Nothing about what Tirico said was brought up. This is about the hat situation. He got a quick word in. Entertainment Tonight stuck a mic in his face after the game. All right,
let's hear it.
Here we go.
I'm wearing a hat with Seahawks and the Pats on there, but I am a Jets fan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I wouldn't do it. I don't.
He was handed the hat.
Well, you don't have to put it on.
But he felt obligated to put it on.
I don't think this is a crime against sportsmanity, sports vanity. Do you think it is? I wouldn't do it, but I would not take away his fandom card because of that mistake.
I mean, what should he have done?
Not worn it.
Worn a Jet hat?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Football's like Super Bowl's a festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that. I think the Super Bowl is far different than like going to a Nets-Wizards game with a full Knicks jersey. Saw someone do that over the weekend. This is a festival of football. So, yeah, I think he could have done that. I'm defending him by saying I just don't think it's that big of a deal.
Right.
And the mistake that a lot of people made, which I'm clarifying and Adam clarified, is that he was not wearing a Patriots hat. He was wearing a Super Bowl hat that featured both logos. But because of the NBC and the way they tilted the camera, it appeared as if it was just the Patriots.
Right.
I'm still more pissed at Trico. Identifying him as a Patriots fan. Blasphemy. Let's go to Cologne in Hawthorne, New Jersey. What's up, Cologne?
Hey, guys. First of all, great show. Hey, I had to put Sam Darnold. But, Evan, if you switch quarterbacks, okay?
Yeah.
The first quarter, first half would be different. Because Sam Darnold did throw some passes that could be picked off, and the Patriots defense with Christian Gonzalez was really good in the first half. They kept that game from getting away from the Patriots, and also where I was disappointed was after the third quarter, Patriots get the ball 3 and out, then another 3 and out, and another 3 and out, and then that's when I thought, you know what, no way they can even score a touchdown in this game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it was painfully obvious they couldn't move the football. And the other thing was Mike Vrabel, maybe rightfully so, and maybe because of the injury, because we know Drake May wasn't 100%, not to write an excuse for him, but just to be honest, they also didn't trust him. Look at some of the play call decisions.
Yeah,
they
agreed.
did not trust Drake May to make big plays with his arm in this game.
And by the way, he also missed a lot of big plays. There were guys running open, and he missed them. I heard Boomer talking about this earlier on their show. It's just Drake May just wasn't good in this game.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens when you're a young player playing against a very aggressive defense. And one thing that Seattle does so well is get unblocked pressures. And so all of a sudden, you think you have time, and then you don't. And so what do you do with it? And he didn't process well.
Tim is calling from Montville. Hey, Tim.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Real quick before my Trico point, Tiki, I give you a lot of credit because as a cheer dad, my kid is 6, and I'm about to hang myself.
Oh, dude. You got like years.
And
you got like a decade
Yeah,
left.
I know.
You got a decade left.
Yeah, I know. I know.
But
I'm hearing from all the older parents.
Awesome. It is, Tim, when they win and they compete and they have success, it is awesome. So, cheers.
For the hours of driving, I enjoy the 90 seconds she's out there, and after that, I'm going back to misery.
Right. You're unpaid.
Anyway,
you're unpaid Uberism.
Exactly. Anyway, not defending Trico in any way, shape, or form, but I think the only reason he said what he said is because if you watch 90% of Sandler's films, they're all in New England.
Yeah, but, I mean,
Agree or disagree?
No, you're right.
I'm trying to think back now. Like, was Little Nicky was based in New York? One of my most favorite underrated movies. Big Daddy was based in New York. Remember the famous line from Big Daddy? What's the most famous line from the movie Big Daddy?
I have no idea.
The goddamn Jets.
Really?
Yes.
I think it was lamb and tuna fish.
Or I wipe my own ass?
Yeah. Somebody get this kid a Happy Meal.
Okay, would we not admit that those 3 are probably the most popular lines?
I guess.
Plus, if we're basing
a lot
it
of
on
Hooters waitress references.
Yes, if we're basing it on movies, Big Daddy makes it very clear he's a Jet fan. Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
He's teaching
Well,
him.
based on your logic, then that means he's not a Jet fan.
No. I'm not the one bringing up movies as an excuse. You are. Big Mac is. I'm not.
Suck it!
I'm responding that Big Daddy, in my opinion, the best Adam Sandler movie, period, stop. To quote Craig Carton, he put that stupid phrase in my mind, but it's good, especially when you want to make an exclamation point.
Right, I'm going through them now. Uncut Gems was in New York, right?
Yeah, I got to be honest. I didn't even see that one.
That
Are you
one.
serious? Francesa's great in that movie.
I'm sure he is. I didn't.
No, he legitimately is.
No, he's in the movie. I don't know. I just didn't see it. I'm a Sandler comedy guy. If he's not going to make me laugh, I'm not feeling it.
Oh, yeah, no, this one's deep.
No, it's very deep. I'm just being honest
Wow,
with you.
you
I'm a
see Uncut
Sandler
Gems?
comedy guy. Love
and,
Adam.
Oh, and
What?
who does he bet the farm on in the game?
What?
In Uncut Gems, the biggest.
I don't know.
It's all about the Celtics.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, he's got the Kevin Garnett prop. Too.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Kevin Garnett was in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but what about my Big Daddy point? That doesn't hold
So
any
now
water?
he's got more Boston than he does New York in these movies.
But he's
And Click, he's a Patriot fan.
Right.
no,
What-
he's not.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
What about The Wedding Singer?
I have no idea what he.
I don't think there's any sports in there. It's in the 80s.
No, I'm talking about sports. I'm talking about locale.
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember. Doesn't jump out at me.
No, you're
And that's
right.
another great Adam
It's not
Sandler
part of
movie.
the plot line. You're right.
Yeah. I just think using the movies as an example is lazy. Why was I so well aware that he's a Yankee fan and a Jet fan? Like, why would I? And a Knicks fan. Like, how do I know that? What am I, some Adam Sandler sports fandom expert? I thought it was basic knowledge. Let's go to Matt in Howell, New Jersey. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Evan, settle down on Trico. He's the best one out there. All these other guys are stiffs. But to your point, he shouldn't have said it if he didn't know, and if someone told him, not his fault. But best line, one of the best lines of Big Daddy's when he's screaming, "You're not mad at me, you're mad at your father." I love that line.
Yes.
That's a great line.
That is a great movie. And it's got a lot of great lines. That's why I think I go back and forth on it, but Big Daddy is like my favorite all-time movie. I mean, it's just, but not all time. I'd say top 4. It's in like the Mount Rushmore of favorite movies. Let's go to Tony in Staten Island. Hey, Tony.
Listen, I want to say hello to Tiki first, being a great Giant.
Thank you. Appreciate
Giant
you, Tony.
fan.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tiki. Tiki, Bo Nix going down is the reason that the Patriots are there. They did not belong in the Super Bowl. That is the worst Super Bowl that I've seen in my 85 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was bad.
Putting it at the bottom? He's seen them all. He's 85.
Yeah. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah, but wait a second. What about 49ers, Chargers? What about...
He says that's worse than the sneaker game.
The Rams, Patriots.
Yeah, but that was a close game. See,
But that doesn't equate.
It was 3-3 in the fourth quarter. Calling that an all-time bad game is not fair.
Oh, no.
I'm talking about entertaining. We're talking entertaining game. It was not entertaining.
Yeah, last night was the first time or the second time since that game with the no touchdowns till the fourth quarter.
Right, but even despite that, or in spite of that, it felt like there was Seattle offense. Like they moved the ball up and down the field. They just couldn't score. They got to the red area and they just, all right, we're settling for field goals. But they had some big plays.
I was convinced that was Mike Vrabel's game plan, like Belichick
I
in
agree.
Super Bowl 25.
Ben don't break.
Just let Kenny Walker
we'll
run.
Find a way to score a touchdown.
I get all that, but to me, a game that is less competitive in terms of the score is always going to reign supreme in being worse.
Yeah.
Niners-Broncos was 55-10. It was a blowout at halftime. The Denver-Seattle game, the one at MetLife Stadium, was over at halftime. I think it was 27-0 or 28-0, something of that nature. That's always going to reign supreme. Like, to say this is the worst time ever, you know what it is? Worst game ever? That's a recency bias. That's what it is.
I honestly, I also think it's a gambling bias. Because at least in those blowouts where there's a lot of offense, there's fun things like all these prop bets everybody bets on. There was nothing to do like in that spectrum yesterday.
There was nothing in the middle of the game that you're looking at saying, you should have listened to me. It's going to be comfortable. Ignore this game.
But yeah, there wasn't even like big plays to be like, this guy caught a pass. It was all Kenny Walker and a kicker.
Right. Darren is calling from Tallahassee. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning, Evan. Hey, Tiki.
What's up, dude?
The reason why Trico mentioned Sandler as a Patriots fan is because he was raised in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Okay. But he's not a Patriots fan. There's zero evidence of it. He goes to MetLife
Okay,
Stadium.
so how did he become a Jet fan? Because he moved to New York?
Probably. That'd be my guess.
He was born in New York, but his family moved to New Hampshire.
Oh, got it.
He was like 20 minutes away from Foxborough Stadium.
Yeah, so he, on that Manning cast I mentioned that he was on a few years ago, he says, in 1969, I was as happy as I could be. I was a 3-year-old boy. I was thinking this could be something that goes on year after year, Sandler said about the Jets winning a Super Bowl. So he's always been a Jet fan. And that's why I don't want to hear these excuses.
He was 3 when the Jets won?
I know, he's about to be 60. Isn't that crazy?
What?
He's about to be 60. I thought the same thing. I was like, damn.
That doesn't compute to me because I don't feel like he's that old.
Well, I mean,
I do because his first movies were in like the 90s.
Right.
And he was 20-something then.
So think about it. If in Big Daddy he's 30 years old, which is reasonable, that was 30 years ago.
Yeah,
so what's 30 plus
right.
30?
When you put it that way, you're right. But it just doesn't feel like he's that old.
He doesn't. Chris Rock is the same way. I've seen both these guys in person in the last year doing stand-up or in the last year and a half. And even in their live shows, when they start talking about how old their kids are, I'm like, no way. No, you got to be kidding me. And both those guys are they're legends.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't want to hear these. These are just all excuses. Like everything I'm here, he wears a Bruin jersey.
No, look,
he's from New Hampshire.
It's not that he has this fandom in New England. It's just that people assume that he has fandom in New England. That's what it is. Unless you're a Jet fan, I don't think you know off the top of your head that Adam Sandler is a Jet fan.
Fine. Then my biggest issue is saying, as we all know, basically at the end of that clip.
No, not as we all know, as he often does.
As he often does. Like you're saying it as if it's such a fact. By the way, I did put a poll out. Which is more egregious or which pisses you off more as a Jet fan? Sandler wearing the New England Seattle hat or Tirico saying he's a Patriots fan? Early returns are agreeing with me that Tirico saying he is a Patriot fan at 56% pissing more people off.
So the question is, did he come into the game with a hat?
No, I think they probably gave it to him in the suite.
Okay, so what did he have on when he came into the game?
No hat.
So then why did he not just wear no hat?
Because sometimes people feel pressured.
Why?
They gave me a hat. I have to wear it.
No, you don't.
Maybe it was the sponsor
He's
who got him
Adam
in.
freaking Sandler, for Christ's sake.
I agree with you.
Do you think Adam Sandler paid for his ticket yesterday?
No.
So what if whoever got him in wherever handed him the hat and he felt obligated to wear the hat?
When you go to Islander games and you don't pay for tickets and they offer you an Islander
and you're
jersey.
sitting in the owner's suite.
What do?
I'm up front with everybody involved in the process, including the owner, and I'm transparent right from the get-go.
Whose box was he in? That's what we need to get to.
Yeah, I have no idea. That's a great question.
He was
I have no
probably
idea.
in Kraft's box.
No,
just mac and cheese sits in that box.
Look at you. We'll get back to your calls coming up.
Now
888.
I need to know this.
You find out. You have enough
I
insight.
need to know this.
More of your calls at 888-808-1019. And one of the decisions that Mike Vrabel made, I'm still trying to wrap my head around, the decision to not go for 2. We'll debate it and we'll address it coming up in just a few minutes.
The Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Breaking news about an hour before the show, the Red Sox got former Yankee prospect Caleb Durbin in a deal from the Milwaukee Brewers, so expect him to be the next Dustin Pedroia, despite his size, Tiki. Plus, the Olympic comeback for Lindsey Vonn had a tragic and sad end yesterday. She went downhill in a scary accident in which she suffered a broken leg on top of her already torn ACL. Breezy Johnson did win the downhill event, becoming the first U.S. woman to win it since her teammate Lindsey Vonn did it back in 2016.
I thought it was a replay that I was watching.
Really?
Yeah. When she got airlifted. I was like, oh, that's from a couple weeks ago. Right?
When I saw it, because it went on my phone as a breaking news story, I thought it was fake. I was like, there's no way that happened.
Right. The first Especially after a couple weeks ago, the same thing happened.
Now I feel bad for her. And Sean, you're going to apologize because you claimed the whole thing was rigged, remember?
No, she clearly was hurt. I didn't say that. I was asking questions.
Okay.
Well, now you feel guilty.
You feel
bad.
I didn't feel guilty.
You should feel guilty.
No, you know why?
You should feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad because you know why? Yesterday's I'm cleaning up and I have the whole post game on NBC. You know what followed immediately after that?
What's that?
Lindsey Vonn crashing and breaking her leg on NBC. They showed that in primetime after I said,
no, they didn't.
That was the lead-in. The Super Bowl's the lead-in to Lindsey Vonn, the primetime version.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I got more coming up. Evan and Tiki here on The Fan.
Hey, Metro New York. Ready for real savings? Switch to Allstate today. Because drivers who switched saved an average of $713 on their auto insurance. So, what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for an auto insurance quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Think switching to T-Mobile is a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy.
This minute is sponsored by TaxSlayer. Start filing for free today at TaxSlayer.com. With the Seattle Seahawks winning a Super Bowl and Mike Macdonald's second year as head coach, it begs the question, how the hell did the Ravens not win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson at quarterback and Mike Macdonald as the defensive coordinator? If you're a Giants fan, I think this is a very fair question for you to ask yourself the Monday morning after the Super Bowl. I'm Nick Costos.
It's pretty damn cold outside, so the Fan's got the hot stove keeping you warm.
Giddy up, baby! Giddy up! Gone! A home run by Cody Bellinger!
The Fan has you covered as the Yankees and Mets gear up for spring training. And we'll keep you covered. Your home for New York baseball is 101.9 FM WFAN. And always live on the free Odyssey app.
The team at FW Web includes seasoned professionals, certified trainers, skilled technicians, and industry experts who understand the real challenges contractors face every day. From the counter to the job site, they support every phase of every project with trusted guidance, comprehensive inventory, and hard-to-find parts when you need them. With personalized project support and convenient pickup or delivery across the tri-state area, FW Web helps contractors work smarter and stay on schedule. FW Web, experts behind every job. Learn more or find your nearest tri-state location at FWWeb.com.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
Cruise from $199 plus get up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
With Grubhub, there's no fees on restaurant orders over $50. You eat the food, Grubhub will eat the fees.
Wait. Grubhub is going to eat the fees?
Wait, like the receipts? It's a metaphor for how Grubhub is doing away with fees. No delivery fees, no service fees, no rainy day fees.
But what if it rains? Can I still order delivery? Please!
You can still get any type of food delivered without getting off the couch.
In that case, what about the no
pants fee.
Well, I've never heard of that one, but I guess we'll eat that too. No fees on restaurant orders over $50. Only on Grubhub.
Grubhub will eat the fees.
Details at Grubhub.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather, classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy. You can do it almost anywhere in just 15 minutes.
Even poolside like Drewski, you can switch to T-Mobile and unlock savings that are built to last. With T-Mobile's Better Value Plan, you can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
Now I get all the VIP perks.
Start saving from day one, and for a limited time, get T-Mobile's Better Value Plan.
I know you love deals.
Plus, switch right now, and we'll even pay off your old phone up to $800. What do you think of all that, Drewski?
Stay chillin', just switch it. It's better over here.
Check the math at T-Mobile.com/better value. Savings versus comparable plans at AT&T and Verizon, plus the cost of optional benefits. Plan features and taxes and fees vary. With 3+ lines of Better Value Plan. 3+ new lines and 2 eligible ports, or 3+ lines and 5+ years on T-Mobile postpaid plan required. Qualifying credit required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Get up to $800 per line via virtual prepaid card. Typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. Qualifying unlocked device credit service ported 90+ days with device and eligible carrier, and timely redemption required. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Card issued by Sunrise Banks N.A. member FDIC.
The home of New York Giants football, The Fan.
Runs out of the tackle, down the right sideline, cuts inside at the 5, in for the touchdown!
1019 FM, WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
I spent that entire commercial break arguing with people via text message about Adam Sandler. Chris Big Mac McMonagle is still fighting with me about all the other logos he's worn in past movies. I did reach out to Adam Sandler diehard Sal Licata to say, did you know Sandler was a Jet fan? I'm pissed off. Tirico called him a Patriots fan. And the way Sal defined it was he knew he was a Jet fan, but he doesn't think he's our level type of fan. Which, by the way, may be the case. I don't know how diehard he is, nor am I going to judge how diehard of a fan he is. I don't know. That doesn't matter. What I know is he's a Jet fan. Now, the other thing that we have discovered is that Tiki went into a rabbit hole and did some research and found out that Adam Sandler was wearing the Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl hat before entering the suite.
On his way into Levi Stadium, going up the escalator where he was caught by somebody asking for a picture or whatever. he had the hat on.
Yeah.
So this was not a get into the suite. Hey, welcome to our whatever suite, whoever was hosting, and here's your hat. Please put it on.
Look, I wouldn't do it.
And by the way, it was both teams. It was both teams.
I know. But I'm just telling you right now, like, would I do that? No. Would I put a Mets-Yankees Subway World Series or Subway Series T-shirt on? I would not, especially knowing we lost.
Maybe he just had a bad hair day, and he needed it.
Then you find any other hat. But I'm also not penalizing him as a fan. Like, we got to stop. I'm not the head of the fan police. Like, it's okay. The real issue is that Trico thought he was a Patriots fan. And that's the thing that pissed me off. Now, back to the football real quick. At 19-0, this is early in the fourth quarter. This is right after the fan jumped on the field, which we actually never saw. But a fan jumped on the field. He was shirtless. He had written something on his body. I don't know what it was. He actually ended up getting run down by rookie Kyle Williams of the New England Patriots.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
I thought that was funny.
Very funny, yeah, seeing that after the fact. And right after that, they ran two plays, a 24-yard pass to Mac Hollins and then a 35-yard touchdown pass to Mac Hollins to make it 19-6.
You know what I said right after that?
Go for two?
No. I want Mac Hollins on the New York Giants next year.
That's what you came up with?
He's just always on winning teams.
Nah, you're right.
He's one of those glue guys you throw in your locker room.
I can see that.
He blocks, does whatever you need, and he doesn't wear shoes.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just awesome.
Yeah, you could use him in that room. I don't disagree with that.
100%.
But then Mike Vrabel decided to kick the extra point.
Yes.
Two things. Quickly, I did think of you, Sean, because Sean revealed that one of the bets he made in this game was a team going for two. And so I thought to myself, oh, crap, this may cost him a few dollars.
Yeah. No, I was livid at him. Also, the math didn't math, as you're going to get into.
Well, this is the problem. At 19-6, with about 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, if you go for two and make it, you're down 11. You're a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal away from tying it. By kicking the extra point, you need two touchdowns. So I don't understand, Tiki, why Mike Vrabel decided to not go for two in that situation.
Yeah, because so at that point, with 12 minutes left, there's probably 4 possessions left in the game. I think of, in football terms, I think of possessions, not, scores. So 2 possessions left for each team. So the question was, can you catch up with 2 possessions?
Well,
and the answer is yes.
Well, either way, it's going to be 2 possessions. It's just a matter of.
I know, but you're assuming 2 possessions, I can score 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I would make that bet.
That's why he didn't go. And by the way, the way the game went, I wouldn't have either.
Yeah, well, what made you think that would be the wise decision?
No idea.
There's no evidence to back that up.
Well, you just had a 3-play drive.
Right.
That big plays. And look, they got lucky because, I forget what corner was it, Reek Woolen was late getting over to Mac Hollins, and so he was already behind the play when the ball went up. That was the only reason they scored the touchdown. Otherwise, they hadn't done anything all day to make Mike Vrabel think, oh, yeah, we can score 2-3 successive touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, but I'm just explaining what his math was.
The only thing I could wrap my head around in this spot was he doesn't want to fail getting the 2 and kill any confidence at this comeback if he thinks he's going to touch the ball 2 more times. Like, he wants them to come back, all right, we got the touchdown, we got the score. I don't agree with that.
Right.
But if you don't get the 2 there, then you're sitting there going, what the hell?
But if you fail with the 2-point conversion, then you're in position to tie.
If you fail with the
Well, it's a 13-point game.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
You're in position to take the lead, score 2 touchdowns, kick 2 extra points.
Right. But I'm just saying, if you miss the 2-point conversion, you're thinking, all right, we're going for overtime now. Right? That's our best case scenario.
If you convert it and you're down 11.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you're thinking of just extending the game.
Yes.
Sure. But you're also making it easier to tie the game because all you're asking for is a touchdown and a field goal. And in the conditions we're talking about, it's not like we're playing in the snow in Denver. Not that Borregales had many opportunities because he didn't. He could make a 50-yarder. So you don't need to drive the full field on a big-time defense. I just don't think the risk-reward made any sense in that moment.
No, and then where he really lost me was we're at the end of the game, 2 minutes if they get that second touchdown, and now he's going for 2 like a pig.
Right.
And they don't get it. Why now? The game's over, Mike. What are we doing?
So that you could hit your bet, really.
Yeah.
I did have a 9-4 box that would hit for the final score if they just kicked the extra
What was
point.
the over-under? 44?
It sat in middle. It was like 45.
45?
I think.
Yeah. You thinking about that?
Of course I was.
I just think it was.
Because it just rang of a bad beat if you picked the under.
Yeah, but Mike Vrabel's not thinking about that.
I know. I'm just saying just the way that the gambling gods work.
I got you. This is my biggest problem. This Super Bowl yesterday, it's not my biggest problem. This is actually a good thing. I take it back. yesterday's Super Bowl was one of the rare Super Bowls I didn't place any bets on.
Nothing?
Not a one. I didn't need to. I'm rooting against the Patriots. Yeah. I don't need anything else. And so I was watching this game as like with such a virgin eyes. Like no gambling, no I need this, I need that. Like I'm going to give you the most independent view of this game because I don't have any things I'm rooting for from a gambling standpoint.
You didn't bet the toss?
Nothing.
How un-American of you.
I didn't need to. What do I need to do
What
it for?
about the anthem? I didn't see it.
It went under by 8 seconds, it cleared.
Under by 8.
Yeah. The biggest under bet in a long time in the anthem.
Yeah, Charlie Puth knew what he was doing.
Well, it's also so manipulatable. I hate that bet.
Of course. But to answer your question, I didn't need to bet anything on it. I'm into the game, and I don't need to put money on everything.
Who doesn't bet the coin toss?
Me. Hi, I'm raising my hand. I didn't make a single bet in this Super Bowl. Watch this. Hey, Tiki, how many bets did you make in the Super Bowl? Zero.
He's a former athlete turned broadcaster, completely different.
Right.
What does that mean?
You're a regular guy on the couch farting into his cushions like me. You didn't bet the coin toss? What are you?
My favorite one of the party I was at, Joe Fuda, my neighbor, he did 4.5 over field goals.
That's a great bet.
Great bet.
Great bet.
That is a good bet.
You got it.
More on Vrabel's decision not going for 2 from Jordan in Yorktown. What say you, Jordan?
What's going on, guys? Good morning. So many things annoy me this morning. I think Vrabel and Trico should hang out. They both don't know what they're doing, quite frankly. I mean, let me touch on the Sandler stuff quickly. I mean, aside from some of the references you guys already made, in Mr. Deeds, they said, "Sir, you now own the Jets." In That's My Boy, they had Rex Ryan in the movie as well, with his Brady dolls. So that was an homage to the Jets.
Yep.
And also in the week of, right? I mean, they had Joe and Evan. I mean, this is the ultimate homage to the Jets.
I forgot about that.
Let's not forget all of those things. Those are not only those mainstream movies, but even the ones that aren't as popular were all references.
But Mike Tirico doesn't know that, Jordan.
Well, Tirico must not. I mean, I think it's the friendship with Kraft and also the New Hampshire ties, which you guys had already mentioned, which is really what this is all about. I mean, you can't really root for the Jets at this point. You might as well root for your billionaire friend.
Right.
And
no dog
whatever.
in the fight. Root for the guy who takes care of you.
Exactly. Now on Vrabel, this really doesn't make sense to me. I mean, like you guys said it, the math doesn't math. Think about the fact that this would invigorate the team. Let's just say they went for 2, which is what they should have done in any circumstance. They get that boost. They get now we're in 11. This is a fighting distance. This is something that's actually reasonable versus just kicking an extra point and kind of just a little bit of rolling over like a dog, quite frankly, at this point. So from my perspective, and again, whatever gambling interest aside, I wanted to extend the game. I wanted to see a good game, and I wanted to see it be competitive, even though I don't like the Patriots as well.
I respect that. Yeah.
You've got to go for 2. The math doesn't make sense the other way because there is no downside.
Exactly.
Well, there's also, Jordan, to your point, there's no way to get 12.
Right.
And 2 possessions unless you score a touchdown. And so 2 touchdowns. But you didn't, there's no way you were scoring 2 touchdowns.
So what's the difference between 12 and 13, which is really the point?
Yeah.
Like the negative of failing on the 2-point conversion put you in a very similar position to succeeding on the extra point.
Yes.
Which is why I like the way he phrased it. The math doesn't math. It did not make any sense. Now, ultimately, did it matter? No. Seattle's defense remained dominant.
Right. Sam Darnold made one of the worst interceptions you've ever seen.
Drake May.
Drake May.
Don't put that on my guy.
Drake May made one of the worst interceptions after their defense got to stop.
That's right. He was brutal in this game.
I didn't get that throw at all.
Oh my! I don't know what he was looking at.
Not only was it to a coverage, it made no sense for him to throw it, but it wasn't even close to the receiver.
It was awful.
It was so bad.
It was in a lot of ways like watching a Jets game.
Yeah,
that's how bad their offense was.
And you know what it was?
Yeah.
It felt like he was seeing ghosts.
Well, did you see me tweet that?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't have Twitter. But it just felt like Drake May had no idea what he was doing.
I don't want to be that person, though I do it sometimes, where I tweet what everyone else is tweeting. Because I don't tweet as much as I used to, especially during games. But after like the first 2 drives of the game, I did think to myself, it's like Drake May seeing ghosts. And I kept it in the holder until I felt the right time.
Holster.
Like I waited. What did I say?
Holder.
Well, don't you hold it?
It's holster.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's like you take your shot, you keep your gun in your holster. Then you take your shot.
I do think holder still works, though.
What's a holder?
Well, you're holding it.
A holster is a holder.
Yes.
Thank you.
But it's still not the right thing.
Whatever.
It's holster.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. I guess we'll hear about it Friday at 1:30. My point is I waited on it, and then I unleashed it, And I wasn't sure. Maybe, Sean, you have a better idea if it was a common tweet late in the game. Like, oh, Drake May seen ghost.
I only saw you tweet it.
Oh, good. I feel original.
Yes.
All right.
Out of my For You section, yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I like the fact that Tiki basically referred to it an hour into the show.
No, because everybody else was, this game stinks, Drake May seen ghost. Here's Evan Ross.
Thank you very much. Because that's how it felt, which is a credit to this Seattle defense, which I will now give the nickname that they want, which is the dark side.
Yeah, but we talked about this in the break. Is it going to last?
Dark side?
Legion of Boom will last forever.
No. Dark side reminds me a lot of when people suddenly, when he retired, were calling Peyton Manning the sheriff, and we were supposed to be doing that all along. And
I thought that was a John Gruden thing.
The sheriff?
Yeah.
When he retired, it was like, hats off to the sheriff. And I remember going, who the hell was calling him the
John
sheriff?
Gruden. I'm telling you, it was John Gruden on Monday Night Football, kept calling him the sheriff, and it was almost like about to be adopted, and then it just went away.
It went away, and I think the dark side doesn't live. It doesn't live.
I did go on, what's the...
Grok?
Grok, yes, thank you. And asked them to come up with a better nickname than Dark Side. You want to hear some of the things they came up with?
Yes.
Dude, some of them are actually pretty good.
Right. You prompted Grok. Give me an alternate nickname.
I'll tell you exactly
for
what
Seattle.
I wrote. I said, come up with an edgy nickname for the dominant Seahawks defense.
Oh, okay.
First option was Pacific Blackout.
Ugh.
You don't like that?
Yeah.
How about this one? Straight Murder.
Straight Murder.
A little dark.
Jeez.
The Grim Reeboks.
Stupid.
The Suffocation Squad.
Nah.
The Boom's Evil Twin.
The Legion of Boom.
Boom's Evil Twin. Yeah.
Man, ChatGPT is killing our creative juices.
This is not even Chat GPT.
This is Grok.
This is
Grok. Whatever. Same thing.
They all are.
Speaking of ChatGPT, apparently one of the other rumors going around about Trico screwing up Sandler's fandom is that ChatGPT is claiming that Adam Sandler is a Patriots fan.
Yes, this is what ChatGPT says of Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is very loudly and proudly a Boston sports guy, and he sneaks it in his movies constantly. Here's the rundown. Boston Celtics, probably the biggest one. You'll see Celtics gear, references, and general love sprinkled everywhere. Boston Red Sox comes up a lot, especially in his dialogue and background details. New England Patriots, less central in the Celtics and Sox, but still part of the Boston DNA he reps.
Yeah, but it doesn't mention all the other mentions he's had to the Jets.
It doesn't have his actual mentions. It's his real life, not his movie life.
No, in his movie life. But we just went over Big Daddy.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying he also publicly in his real life, not in a character, is a Jet fan, and he says that. And Chat GPT does not reference what he actually says. They're just pulling from what he does cinematically.
And I'm guessing grown-ups he was repping Patriot gear.
I don't remember. I don't think so. Maybe, but the point is that's not a good reason. And you know what? I'm thinking about this. Why does he do a lot of references to Boston and Boston sports teams in his movies? And I do have a theory. He knows they're so mentally weak up in Boston, they'll go see his movie knowing, oh, there's a Red Sox mention. Yeah. Meanwhile, in New York, we're not going to go see a movie because he's a Met fan or a Yankee fan. We're just not going to do it. So I think it's his smart way of just taking advantage of the mental weaknesses of the people in Boston.
Right.
That'd be my theory on it. Let's go to Bill on Long Island. Hey, Bill.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good, man. What's up?
I think we got a little bit of Sam Darnold bias going on this morning.
Go ahead.
And let me explain why, okay?
Yeah.
It's Eli Manning. I love Eli Manning, okay? I love Tiki Barber, too.
Thank you, brother.
But I wanted to say, and you're going to be in the Hall of Fame someday soon. But the point I'm making is, if you look at the few Super Bowls of the Giants, the defense definitely won one of the games, at least, right?
Yes.
And Eli managed the game, right? The other one, I would say, Eli was the MVP. He deserved it. So when you look at what Sam Darnold did last night, he managed the game like Eli Manning managed the Super Bowl. And what I understand is, like, he did some great things. I forget the New England player that kept missing him. He kept dodging him when he was almost nailing him in the backfield.
Yes.
And like 4 or 5 times, even Collins had mentioned it.
Yeah.
He keeps missing him, right? So he deserves credit for getting around and then throwing a pass.
Yeah, but his escapability was very good. But here's where I think you're missing the boat on Eli, in fairness. Because I think you're right in terms of, like, if you look at overall Eli's Super Bowl numbers, they don't jump out at you. There's nothing great. There's nothing historic. Here's the difference. Eli has the moments. He has the plays. Legendary plays.
Right.
And Sam really didn't do it. Like,
not in the Super Bowl.
No, and that's what we're talking about.
Right.
Like when Sam Darnold finally threw the touchdown, A.J. Barner, it felt like the game was over. It wasn't epic. It wasn't Plaxico Burress in the end zone. It wasn't the helmet catch to David Tyree. No. It wasn't Mario Manningham. It was like, all right, it's 19-0. Good for him. He threw a touchdown pass. So I do think if we're being fair in comparing Sam's Super Bowl performance to Eli's, Eli had in each of those Super Bowls like an epic moment and an epic throw.
Yeah.
And Sam didn't really have that.
Right. And they were critical moments. It wasn't, hey, this is in the second quarter or just whatever. Big play leads to a field goal. It was this play led to the touchdown that ultimately gave us the victory.
Yeah.
The quarterback comp for Eli in the game is Eli had that same moments Drake May had versus the Niners in the NFC Championship game, kept getting up and kept making throws. You see the difference. Quarterback does make a difference with these guys.
Yeah, but did the and here's the overall point, because I don't want it to be like, oh, I hate Sam Darnold. I like Sam Darnold, and I'm partially happy for him. I didn't want him to have an all-time performance. I admit that. I didn't want it to be legendary, but I'm glad he won. I'm glad he beat the Patriots. I got no ill will towards Sam Darnold. I'm being fair in that I don't think the quarterbacks were the difference in this game. And I'll ask the same question I asked to Tiki about 20 minutes ago if you're just tuning in. If Sam quarterbacked the Patriots and May quarterbacked the Seahawks, what would have been the difference in last night's game? And I think the answer is not much.
You would have more rushing yards out of the quarterback on the Seattle side. They probably would have won by more.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's fair. They could have won by more. There you go.
Yep.
So it shows you that the quarterback wasn't the end-all, be-all. Let's go to Joe in Manalapan. Hey, Joe.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good, man.
Fan of the show.
Appreciate it.
I just wanted to make a quick point on the Adam Sandler, movie reference that you didn't bring up, which is actually a pretty big one. That's my boy. He cast Rex Ryan as a Patriot guy in that movie, which is, another one. He got his Jet guy in there, but again, Boston sports.
Yeah.
So get your thoughts, and love the show. Thanks for taking the call.
Yeah, appreciate it. I think what we need to do is not think of someone's fandom just based on the movies they're in.
Right.
Like the reason I knew Sandler was a Jet fan wasn't because of Big Daddy, but was because I've seen him at MetLife Stadium. Like I thought it was known. He's a Jet fan. How diehard is he? I have no idea. I don't do diehard tests to people. And I have no idea. But he's a Jet fan. By the way, did you know that the Knicks crushed the Celtics yesterday?
I did.
You heard about that?
Yeah.
When
Jose Alvarado.
Yeah, nice debut for Jose Alvarado. It was a wonderful Knicks victory. You're not going to believe why they beat the Boston Celtics. This is very, very creative. We've got real reasons why people in Boston think the Knicks beat the Celtics yesterday. We'll get to that plus more of your calls on the Super Bowl at 888-808-1019. It is Evan and Tiki until 2 this afternoon.
I am always on the go. Always juggling life and family, cheer competitions. So I enjoy being away, but I also love being home. And when I'm home, I want myself to feel safe, and I want my family to feel safe when I'm not with them. So I turned to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Links security system into my home. And it's been a game changer, combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right from my phone. Especially the garage door openers and the cameras. So I can see whenever I get a delivery, or I can see when someone's unexpectedly knocking on my door and just talk to them right through the camera. Go away. I got 2 dogs. Millie will bark at you. CJ will lick you. Don't be scared. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. Or visit Slomans.com.
It's Boomer and Gio. Mornings on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
They had no answer for the blitzing of the Seattle Seahawks, and that's on Josh McDaniels. You got to get your quarterback ready for this.
Get Boomer and Gio on demand. Available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, and the free Odyssey app.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
Do I plan for a vacation or plan for a renovation?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Is cash still king?
Wait, when did a dollar slice go up to $3?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
If you're still living with bunion pain, it might be time to break up with your bunion. Because when bunions are ignored, they don't get better, they often get worse. Over time, they can lead to joint damage and arthritis. Once a bunion becomes too severe, minimally invasive options may no longer be possible. I'm Dr. Manningat. Early treatment can make a big difference, helping you feel better every day. Break up with your bunion and take the first step towards healthier, pain-free feet. Call us today at 877-5FASTER or visit allianceortho.com to schedule your appointment today.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ Sense is a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released third-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Want to know why betting on the winter games on FanDuel makes sense? From game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care most about, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The winter games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Curling matches that start slow and somehow get tense fast. Speed skating decided by inches. Hockey games that feel different from the opening faceoff, and so much more. FanDuel is the place to bet on the winter games. You can bet on who you think will take home the gold in alpine skiing, skeleton, bobsleigh, luge, and speed skating, just to name a few. The winter games are here, so stay connected to all the action with FanDuel. We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and older, physically present in New York. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. You spend your days processing thousands of requests at once, so I get it. Being on all the time is exhausting. Running a business means wearing every hat, but when you're taking client texts at dinner just to keep up, you aren't scaling, you're drowning.
When you're stretched thin, calls get missed, and revenue walks out the door. It's hard to see the bottlenecks until you realize how much growth is slipping away. There has to be a smarter way.
So now is the time to try Quo. Quo is the #1 business phone system that streamlines and scales your customer communications. So say goodbye to voicemail. Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never lose a lead.
Plus, your team can share one business number for calls and texts. It creates seamless collaboration, so nothing is missed with Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Like I said, it's time to try Quo for free at quo.com/WFAN. That's QUO.com/WFAN to try Quo for free. Quo.com/WFAN.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
Mixed sun and clouds, high 31.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
Your official home to talk New York sports is WFAN. Call us anytime at 888-808-1019. The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
I am one to preach. Take a deep breath about regular season basketball. And I think that was proven true last year with the Knicks' failures against Boston during the regular season and obviously how things flipped in the playoffs. But because Friday in Detroit was so ugly and so grotesque, it did feel like for a lot of Knicks fans, yesterday's game in Boston had a level of importance that's maybe a little bit higher than your normal February game. And to their credit, they responded.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Yes, Evan, while we were preparing all these Super Bowl snacks, the Knicks were embarrassing the Celtics for one of two Boston embarrassments on the day. 111-89 yesterday afternoon. Jalen Brunson with 30 points and 8 assists, while Josh Hart added 19 points. Boston was incredibly 7 for 41 from 3. It was a terrible shooting day, and their 5-game win streak was snapped. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to define what happened in this game. 7 for 41 kind of reminds you of what happened in the postseason. And even shooting from 2 was a failure as well. They were 37% from the field. They were 17% from 3. They had an awful, awful shooting day. And some of that is bad shooting. Some of that is good defense by the New York Knicks. So it's easy to say, hey, look, the Knicks just had a better game.
Yep.
It happens. I'm about to play for you something that is not satire. This is real. This is from Boston. This is a post-game Celtics analysis over what happened with their loss to the New York Knicks. And I heard from these Boston Celtic fans / reporters or whatever they're called, 2 excuses for why the Celtics lost this game. And I got to tell you, one is better than the other. So, ladies and gentlemen, excuse number 1.
By the way,
start time.
This team has not played a game all season before 3:30 in whatever time zone they were in. Today, this tip-off was at 12:30.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. Would you like the second one? Because I think the second one may be worse.
Wow.
So the first one is the start time.
Yeah.
It was early. They've never played a game this season, local time prior to 3:30, and they started this game at 12:30. Ladies and gentlemen, from our friends up in Boston, it's actually the Patriots' fault.
Today, I was stunned by how many New York license plates I saw on the Pike. And I was like,
coming up 84.
What I think it is all the Knicks fans saw and said, well, they're going to the Super Bowl, so all the Patriots fans were going to sell their tickets today. And then so they just invaded the Garden. And it felt like if you weren't wearing a Drake May jersey, you had a Brunson jersey. And there was like some Knicks fans right next to the bench all dolled up. It's like, man.
Was that true?
I mean, it sounded like there were a lot of Knicks fans there.
I mean, were there?
Yeah, there were a good amount. How about those 2 excuses? We've got the start time. There's a lot of Knicks fans there because of the Super Bowl. By the way, there were a lot of Knicks fans there. Do you think that's the reason they were 7 for 41 from 3? Do you think that's the reason they got their asses kicked by the
Knicks?
Knicks?
Like an away game, even though they were at home?
Do we really
there
think
was
that's
no energy?
That's the reason?
I don't think that's the reason. I think that's just bad shooting and good defense, as you mentioned. But you can't blame the fans. Basically, you're blaming your fans for not being there.
Yeah. I heard that the reason the Patriots lost is they were so bothered by the Celtics shooting earlier in the day. That probably played a big role.
Oh, we're doomed.
So not only, Knicks fans, did you get a nice victory against a rival, a team that you hate, you literally have broken their fan base.
I hope that they also said our team sucked.
Yeah, I didn't hear that part.
We were terrible. Like, we couldn't make shots if we were standing right next to the basket type of critique, because that's what we would do.
Yeah.
That's what New Yorkers would do.
We wouldn't blame the
Why did we get blown out by the Boston Celtics? Because we suck today. That's why. I mean, just call it for what it is. And it's a regular season game, so who the hell cares?
Look, that game actually, I would argue, is more important than the Knicks-Pistons game, because the reality is it's going to be an uphill battle for the Knicks to get the number 1 seed. They've created a massive hole. Obviously, the tiebreaker's in Detroit's hands, and they're far behind.
Yeah, but they had also played a double overtime game against the Denver Nuggets a couple days before. And I told you, Sean, put every dime you had on the Pistons, and you didn't do it.
Yeah, instead I went under Kenneth Walker rushing yards.
But the point is, like, that game, even if the Knicks had won, like, it would have made you feel better, but it wasn't going to make a difference in the standings. That game yesterday could make a difference in the standings. The Knicks and Celtics are very tight. Every game matters. The 2 seed and the 3 seed, I do think, has a big difference. It could be the difference between playing Philadelphia in the first round versus playing a team coming off of the play-in, and also home court advantage. So I would certainly argue that yesterday's game just had more standings meanings than the game against Detroit. Now, I give the Pistons a lot of credit because I know I gave them crap, was it a few months ago, cute little team, all that. I'm still very skeptical. I don't think they're coming out of the East, but I will also proceed to give them tons of credit. They're playing great, and they whipped the Knicks' ass. Like, there's nothing more they can do in this regular season than what they're already doing. My skepticism about them, and this is backed up by NBA history, is that usually you need to kind of crawl before you run. They haven't won a round yet with this core. And so I just wonder if they're now ready, even as a 1 seed, to just go shoot through the Eastern Conference playoffs. We'll see.
I mean, the thing you look at, and I look at different things, stats, obviously, you look at home road record. That's what jumps out with the Pistons, that they're good on the road. They're as good on the road as they are at home.
Remember what happened in the playoffs last year? They won at the Garden. They couldn't win at home.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forget what excuse the Detroit media made.
They didn't make an excuse.
No, I feel like they did.
Those are losers in Boston making excuses. What was it, start times?
No, I just feel like there was some excuse that happened in Detroit, like why they couldn't win at home.
Well, it's because home court, as you've talked about before, it just doesn't mean as much as it used to.
No.
Now, I still understand wanting it as a fan, which is what I brought up in the whole Knicks Celtic thing. Like, you still prefer it, especially if you're a season ticket holder and you get that extra game you can sell. Or the extra game you could go to. I apologize. But at the end of the day, it doesn't feel like home court matters as much as it used to. Anyhow, great excuses by our friends up in Boston. I'm curious their excuse for getting their ass kicked by the Seattle Seahawks. Speaking of which, back to your calls on this Super Bowl, 888-808-1019. Mike is in Bayside. Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys. I got a comment a couple of things. I could care less about the Sandler thing, and if you want to let me make a point about Kalshi, I will, just my experience. But my point about the game, I asked both of you guys this, is at some point, don't you, I was like, why not put Josh Dobbs in for one series? Just to see, and then also Will Campbell, take him out.
Yeah.
He was getting steamrolled at least 15 times.
Yeah, he gave
I mean, I don't care that they're young. Yeah, go ahead, guys.
No, I was going to say, he gave up a ton of pressures in this game. Ultimately, I think 1 sack.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2. 1 or 2 sacks, but he gave up 14, 15.
Yeah.
What was the stat you told me?
It was 14 pressures, the most that any lineman had given up in an NFL game all season.
Wow. And now, look, he's a rookie, and it's the Super Bowl, and you're going up against a really good defensive line that does a lot of different zone blitzes, all these kind of extra pressures, et cetera. So you can be forgiven, even though it's a stage where you don't want to have to be forgiven.
I also wonder, and this is me obviously not watching every Patriots game and knowing their depth chart at the offensive line, if you're truly better off benching a starter as bad as he's playing.
No, he was their best option.
Right. Now, the quarterback, same thing. Because we had this discussion around C.J. Stroud a couple of weeks ago when he was struggling. Like, hey, was there ever a thought to D'Amico Ryans benching him? It takes a lot for me to want to do that.
Especially at this stage.
Yeah, it feels like you're going to lose him more than anything down the road. It's always going to be on his resume that you benched him in the Super Bowl for Joshua Dobbs.
Right.
Like,
That would never go away.
Yeah, do you really want to put that scarlet letter on your young quarterback?
No.
A guy that you're building around, not a guy who's going to be gone next year.
Yeah, you want, especially after the game was kind of away from you, you let him try to figure it out.
Yeah.
Now, maybe he gets hot and he shows some of the magic that he had all season long and you come from nowhere. You're much better off hoping that happens than bringing in Josh Dobbs, who hasn't played the whole season, basically.
Bob is in Keyport. Good morning, Bob.
How are you, Evan?
What's up?
I just want to know why you didn't mention one word about what Fred Warner said by halftime.
What did he say at halftime?
Fred Warner said, right as the halftime report was going off screen, he said, "Looks like Drake made the one seeing ghosts."
Damn it! He had it before me then because I was after that. You know what? I didn't hear it. Bob, I give all the credit to Fred Warner then. I was scared that as I tweeted it, someone else will have it. And here's the truth about halftime, because I watched a little bit of Bad Bunny. I did not watch the analysis. And I remember saying this to you guys on Friday about halftime. I sit there in front of my TV for 2 hours prior to the game even starting. I sit down, I'm watching the anthem, I'm watching the America the Beautiful, which I think is a better song than the national anthem. I tweet that out every year.
Man of the Year stuff.
How about the MVPs coming out of the truck?
Yep.
You see that one? So I'm watching all this stuff, and at halftime, I need a break. And which is why when we all talk about halftime shows, and this is my favorite, that's my least favorite, I told you the story last week that I didn't even see the nipple slip. That my ex-girlfriend's father, who was new to DVR, rewinded it and showed it to me. And so even for this one, I was like, I got to watch Bad Bunny only because everyone's either crying about it or thinking it's the greatest thing ever.
Where's your family? Weren't they watching? Didn't they want to watch it?
Yes. But I also needed
Abuela.
Yeah, everybody watch it, but I need to stand up and like stretch and move around.
Okay.
Go to the bathroom. Get some more food.
Well, it took a half an hour before Bad Bunny took the stage, too.
I understand that. So I didn't even see the analysis. Did you see Fred Warner say Drake may see and goes?
It wasn't until that caller I even knew Fred Warner was on the broadcast list.
Yeah. I didn't know that either.
And I was kind of watching the analysis, but I'm doing the same thing. I'm kind of cleaning up the food and all that other stuff. But
good job by Fred Warner.
Nobody wants to listen to people talk
No.
in the middle of a Super Bowl.
Well,
You just don't. You don't care.
Well, also, I saw the first half.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing I have about analysis. Like, after the game's a little bit different. But, like, during the game, I just watched it.
Yeah.
I know what's going on.
I have my own thoughts.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, let's get to Bad Bunny. So, couple of things. Number one, I want to reveal what my wife said, but I want to be careful about it because it's powerful, but it's also interesting. I couldn't get past the scenery. I couldn't get past the bushes.
Yeah.
I couldn't get past...
Which were live people, by the way.
Yes, which I had no idea.
It looked like Field of Dreams.
I couldn't get past, like, the set. That was unbelievable.
Right. It was visually overwhelming.
Yeah, the music was whatever to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny's music. I'm familiar with his wrestling. I mean, his match with Damian Priest a couple of years ago was unbelievable, and the crowd reaction that he got while wrestling in Puerto Rico was unbelievable. So I know that about him. So I was sort of in the middle about this, which I know is not normal, because either this is the worst thing ever and America's dead because Bad Bunny performed, or this is the greatest thing in the world. I thought it was okay. Like, I've seen worse. I was entertained. I was fascinated by the scenery. But my wife had a very powerful thing to say.
What did she have to say? As a Spanish speaker.
That's right. As a Latina. She said, don't think he's a great performer, but I'm very proud about this. And there was a pride that I have as a Latino.
Why not a great performer?
Probably his voice.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in her head. Like, I don't think she just thought he was that good. But there was a lot of pride in seeing him perform. And so I respect that. And I gave her a big hug. I said, you know what? There you go. I was just looking at the scenery. But it's a very good point. I think that represents a lot of people. So I'm glad my wife told me that.
Look, the best part about it was that someone actually got married in the middle of it.
Dude, that was real.
That was real.
I thought it might have been real.
I thought it was. I didn't. I had no idea. I thought it was fake. It's just like a scene, a prop. And then you read the story after, or at least social media tells you the story afterwards. You're like, what?
Well, some of the stories that came out after weren't true.
Right.
Like the little kid who got the Grammy.
Yeah.
There was a fake story about that.
Yeah, they thought it was the kid Liam or whatever his name
it was taken by ICE.
Right.
It wasn't. It was a child actor who I think was performing as if he was Bad Bunny as a kid.
Yeah.
And the message
Lincoln Fox was the kid's name.
And my wife explained this to me, and I picked up on it after she explained it because I'm watching it, but I didn't realize it. A lot of the messaging was, if I can do this, you can do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a great message.
No, you're right.
Especially with him giving the Grammy to his younger self.
Yeah, there's a picture of Bad Bunny when he was that age in that exact outfit that kid had on.
There you go.
So he was giving it to himself.
That made a lot of sense.
Inspiring himself.
Yes. With that said, I think we should just get rid of the halftime show. We need a break. Like, I want to take like a nap for 15 or 20 minutes.
I saw a post about why the halftime show got started. Because it used to just be randomness.
Marching bands, right?
Yeah. Marching band,
Yeah.
nothing interesting. And then in 1992, the show In Living Color. Remember that show? In Living Color?
That was a great show.
Yeah, with Jim Carrey. Well, actually, Keenan Ivory Wayans created it.
Right.
But Jim Carrey, like all these great comedians. In 1992, they did a halftime show, like a mock halftime show. And they got 20 million people to leave wherever this, let's say CBS. They left CBS and went to Fox.
That's what started.
And then they had a clock. So,
so when you don't want to go back,
we're done. The Super Bowl's restart and go back. So people literally came for whatever it was, 18 minutes, and then went back to Fox. The next year, the Super Bowl halftime show, Michael Jackson.
Right. But that prompted, right? Then MTV went on their run of Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah,
And they were
the
at
Butt Bowl. Do you remember the Butt Bowl?
The Butt Bowl.
How
And
about
then-
wrestling? We got to mention Mankind Rock. I mean, what are we doing here?
Oh, that's
Halftime
right.
Heat?
Halftime Heat.
They had a title change in the middle of the Super
Insane.
Bowl.
And Celebrity Deathmatch was the other one that they would run.
Yeah. So
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah. That
So
was the
I kind
claymation.
of forgot those.
Oh, they did a ton of that stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know what I was thinking about halftime shows? Mm-hmm. Because I know everyone's got a strong opinion. This is the best. This is the best. Honestly, I can't remember any of them.
It's all, the only one I remember is Dre. And Snoop.
Well, I remember Shakira and J-Lo.
Really?
I remember that one.
No,
Yeah.
last Seahawks Patriots one was the best one.
Which one was that?
That was Katy Perry dancing sharks, the big elephant she came in.
Don't
on.
remember it.
Don't remember that.
You don't
either.
remember that set and everything? That one was
No.
wild.
You too, after 9/11. That was
good.
Yeah, that was something. But I was thinking about this. Crazy idea for the halftime. Comedy act.
That's a lot of pressure if you bomb, though, dude.
Yeah.
And think about it. You think people were offended last night?
I don't care when people are offended. I really don't.
But-
I like
but-
when people are offended, which is
You know
why I
what the
like
prob-
comedians.
you know
They
what the
offend
problem with
everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
With comedy is that the funniest comedy is vulgar.
So what's wrong with that?
You have kids
Kids
watching.
watch it.
Hold on. One thing. And again, I told you my wife was very proud of Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
She also called it like it is. Early on, because she knows Spanish, obviously. I don't. I know a little bit of it, but I didn't pick up enough of what was going on.
Pequeño.
All of a sudden, early on in the performance, she's like, whoa.
Poquito.
I'm like, un poquito. I said, what was that? She's like, that's risque. I was like, what? She's like, something happened early
When
in the...
was it?
I don't know.
I know what it is.
The
'cause
kids
people translate
were
it.
around. She didn't break it
What
down.
was it?
She just said it was very risque. Can't believe they did that.
Well, Sean knows. Tell us.
I can't say it into a microphone.
Why? What does it refer to? Intercourse?
Sexual intercourse
Yes.
between two men involving an area that you don't want to go near after eating Taco Bell.
Oh, really? So that was why she reacted that way.
Ah, interesting.
I
So
saw
here's,
Twitter run with that.
so here's my point, right? I understand it was in Spanish, so maybe a lot of the audience didn't pick up on it. I didn't pick up on it. She did, though. I saw the look on her face. We do offensive stuff at Super Bowl
That's
halftime shows
true.
anyway.
No, you're right.
I mean, Justin Timberlake ripped off the bra or whatever, the covering of Janet Jackson. So, like, would it really be a big deal if Sandler came down and gave us like a 10-minute set?
Shakira and J-Lo almost led to divorces.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you think of that? Comedy act at halftime.
It'd be an interesting swerve from what they typically do.
Yeah.
You know what, though? If you told me now, I think it has to be somebody big. If Shane Gillis stepped up there next year and he did 15 minutes at halftime, I think I'd be in.
I'd be totally in, especially if the person's quick
Something like
enough to actually bash what happened in the first half. Like starts writing jokes about what we just witnessed. So the people
So
who
it's
are
current. It's relevant.
Yeah. Like mocking, I'm trying to think what happened in the first half.
You know what? You know
Nothing.
why? You know why it doesn't work?
Why?
Amazon Prime tried this post game with Nikki Glazer a couple
Oh,
times,
that's
and they got
right.
crushed for it.
I thought it was funny. I
But
disagree.
People didn't like it. She was trying to do relevant football jokes.
I thought it was funny. I was all for
Yeah,
it.
it got killed.
Yeah.
It
I
got
remember,
crushed.
I remember it got crushed. I want to forget it. That's why I kind of didn't remember it when you said it. But yeah, it got crushed.
I do want to play a very new game. So we started a tradition a few years ago. At the very end of this show, later on today, about 1:40, 1:45, we're going to make our predictions for next year's Super Bowl. And then instead of just saying it, like we will play it back a year from now. So you'll hear it as you'll hear last year's Super Bowl predictions coming up a little bit later on. What I'd like to do right now for the first time ever at 11:42 a.m. on February 19th is make a long-term prediction on who is performing at halftime of next year's Super Bowl. And I don't mean Turning Point USA. I mean the NFL Super Bowl next year. Your prediction. Go ahead, Sean. You want to go first?
Miley Cyrus.
That's a good one. Miley Cyrus is a good one. You want to go Tiki or should I guess?
Teddy Swims.
Come on. He's not big enough.
Yeah, big enough. He had a big pregame concert, man. My dad was locked in.
You ready?
Yeah.
Beyonce.
She just did it
When did she do it?
4 years ago.
Yeah. Bring it back again. Isn't Jay-Z running the whole thing?
Yeah.
So Beyonce's not a good guess, is what you're saying?
No.
All right, let me take that back. Rascal Flatts. Nah, they're not going to do that.
Rascal Flatts?
Couldn't sing in Albany.
Yeah.
Who's like a big star right now that would get that?
It's not the big star. It's the guy who is relevant in the moment.
Yeah. Post Malone.
Yeah.
Oh, Jelly Roll. Got it. Jelly.
That's not a great halftime act.
Why? Excuse me. A lot of people didn't think Bad Bunny was a great halftime
I know,
act.
but I'm just saying.
You
that-
keep your opinion.
Okay.
You can have it.
And I love Jelly Roll.
But we don't care if half of people hate it. Like, that's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter. I think Jelly Roll's fantastic. And I bet you Jelly Roll's going to come out political now and be more on the right. So Goodell's going to try to even it out and get like a right-wingish halftime show next year. So I'm going Jelly Roll.
Somebody didn't watch the Grammys.
Yeah.
What was that?
Somebody didn't watch the Grammys.
Oh, because he said he's not political?
It's all about religion.
You just watch. I know Jelly Roll. He's coming.
Okay.
It's coming.
If he wants to go the other way, maybe Morgan Wallen performs.
All right, so those are our predictions for next year. We'll check on it when they finally announce it. Let's go to Gary in Harrison, New Jersey. What's up, Gary?
Hey, I heard a stat before the game last night, and I kind of knew that New England was in trouble. I don't really follow them. I'm a Giants fan, But when I heard they had 30 first-year players on that team yesterday, I said, man, they really are a fraud. They're not going to win this game. You know, that surprised me. They had that many players and that they made it to the Super Bowl, and I just thought that was a bad sign for them.
Yeah, and a couple of them were starting on the offensive line. The left side of the offensive line were both rookies.
I wonder, though, once you're at the Super Bowl and you've already won 2 postseason games, doesn't the experience factor go away just a little bit?
Not at all.
Really?
Because you're going up against an elite, now at this point, an elite edge rushing team. And it's not just, you know, I'm trying to think who it would be. It's not just Ernest Jones or whoever's rushing on the edge or DeMarcus Lawrence. It's the scheme that you're getting. And so you just get confused. And it happened over and over and over and over again. You look at one side, it's loaded. Drake May is a rookie or a second-year quarterback. He turns the protection away. The pressure's actually coming from the other side.
Right.
It just kept happening. They even mentioned it on the broadcast. It's like they can't find a way to stop this same thing because you can't ignore what you're looking at.
Yeah.
It's like those 3 guys just standing right there. We only got 2 to block them. I got to turn the protection. Then all of a sudden, 2 of those guys drop out, and everybody comes from the other side. They're just well coached. They're so well coached, which is why I thought that they had the advantage in this game.
And you were right. Let's go to Les in Brooklyn. Hey, Les.
Hello?
What up?
What's up, man?
Oh, am I on?
Yeah, man. You're on. You made it. How about that?
Okay. Today's Evan and Tiki program will go down in history as a program where you showed what's really important in the world.
I feel sarcasm is
the
coming.
fact that Trico didn't know who Adam Sandler roots for.
Yes.
So I really appreciate the fact that you know what's important in the world.
I appreciate
Keep it real, Les.
Thank you very much.
We didn't really care about the Super Bowl.
Clown.
Look, that Super Bowl is going to be debated as one of the worst of all time. We'll get into that debate in a little bit. The most important thing and compelling thing to come out of the game was Adam Sandler, his hat, and Mike Tirico. I mean, sometimes it works out that way. It's not like we got an overtime thriller like we got 2 years ago. I mean, we've talked about the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, there's not a lot of football analysis that you need to look at.
There is one piece of football analysis I'll get to in the next 10 minutes with you guys, and that's who should have been the MVP. Should it not have been Kenneth Walker? We'll get to that in a few minutes. Let's go to Paul in Middletown. Hey, Paul.
Hey, I want to specifically talk about Drake May. I said this coming into the second half to my group, my cousins, family.
Yes.
What did you guys think about maybe the fourth quarter? Should they have thought about bringing in a backup? Because Drake May was horrid.
I know, and you're the second guy now to call up and bring this up.
That just doesn't happen in Super Bowls.
Yeah, it also doesn't happen with a guy who just came an inch away from winning the MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that.
He was their best option. And we knew this. And was he hurt and compromised? Yeah, of course he was. But almost every player is beat up in some capacity. You got here with him. And so you had to stick with him.
I feel like if we were talking about a veteran quarterback, like a 34-year-old, if this was Rich Gannon 2 decades ago, I'd be more open to it. When you're talking about the second youngest guy to start a Super Bowl, the youngest since Dan Marino, and you know he's going to be here for a long time, and he had an MVP season, I think the long-term ramifications of benching him far outweighs the small possibility that Joshua Dobbs gives you a spark. Steve is calling from down in Houston. Hey, Steve.
Hey, long live the Rico guys. Get talk to y'all again.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
So just a couple of things. My wife asked a very simple question. Who's worse, C.J. Stroud C.J. Stroud or what we saw Drake May? The first time my wife said, can we turn something else on? Super Bowl, not great.
Wow.
But very simply, halftime performance, Sabrina Carpenter, maybe? I mean
she's everywhere right now.
That's a good guess.
She's everywhere right
guys,
now.
talk to you later.
Appreciate you. She was in the commercial that we saw at halftime.
That's a good guess.
The Pringles commercial.
I wish I
exactly
had
right.
that one. I want to steal it.
She just had a tour a year ago, which was soft porn. So don't take your young kids to. And she's
sounds like perfect for the halftime show.
She's in the new Muppet show, which I watched the other day when I was on the treadmill. It wasn't great, but it was the Muppets. So I mean, it's the Muppets.
You know what I'm going to do, Steve? That is such a good guess that when we replay this audio in 11 months, whenever it's announced, We're going to include you in it. We're going to get Sean saying Miley
No,
Cyrus.
it'll be announced way before then.
Really? When do they usually announce
Like
it?
September.
Yeah.
Okay, what did I just say?
11 months.
11 months.
Oh, okay. So more like 7 months. Yeah. I was off by a little bit.
It is February, Evan.
That's right. I forgot.
Pitchers and catchers are in 2 days.
Oh, yeah, I know. That was the other incessant thing that happens every year. And you know I love baseball. I'm a baseball guy. As soon as the Super Bowl's over, everyone can't wait to tweet out, it's baseball season. No, it's not.
Right.
Like, I love baseball. It is not baseball
It's
season.
nonsense baseball season.
Have you looked outside?
Right, look in your backyard.
Like, it is not. Am I excited to listen to Carlos Mendoza's press conference in 2 days? Absolutely. Am I excited to watch a fake game in a week and a half? Absolutely. So I'm not saying I'm not into it, but it is not baseball season. It's not even close to baseball season.
Right.
So don't tell me it is. Anyhow, we will check the Super Bowl halftime show predictions from Miley Cyrus. You had Teddy Swims. I had Jelly Roll. And Stephen Houston had Sabrina Carpenter. Let's go to Diego in East Meadow. Hey, Diego.
Hey, boys. How's it going?
All's well.
Listen, Evan, I don't know if you're going to be too excited about baseball season. There's a video going around Twitter of your new pitcher, Mr. Luke Weaver, showing up to spring training with a Yankees duffel bag. So maybe he wants to hang on.
Luke Weaver. So, Diego, I've seen this. I wrote this down because I wanted to address it at some point. But since you brought it up now, we will address it.
You just got to get a new one.
Luke Weaver showed up today with a New York Yankees duffel bag. Now, before I give you my opinion as a Met fan, you as an IBO, your thoughts on it?
I mean, duffel bag meaning his like mitt and bat and all that stuff?
I think so. It looked like a bag carrying his stuff.
Like his stuff.
He doesn't carry a bat because pitchers don't hit anymore.
Right. But you know what I mean.
Yes.
But when you say duffel, I think, is that like a vacation bag?
Oh, I mean, I'll show you the bag. I took a still of this because I was going to analyze it on a 1-hour edition of Rico Bronya tonight. I'm just kidding. But it is a bag that clearly has the New York
his
Yankee
baseball
logo on
and
it.
is this baseball gear?
Yes.
That's what he's used for the last multiple years.
Yeah, you have an issue with this?
No.
Is he dead to us as Met fans?
No, because he's going to get a new Met one tomorrow.
Okay.
If he didn't already get one now.
Exactly. He probably got one as soon as he got into the clubhouse.
So no issue with it?
No issue at all.
All right, Sean Morash as the Yankee troll.
It's
Anything you'd like to say?
it's ceremonial changing of the guard, so to speak.
Gotcha.
I have no issue, and I actually like that he appreciates that he was a Yankee that much. He didn't just throw out all his Yankee stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm asking you from a Met fan
From a Met
perspective.
fan perspective, no,
should
it's
we be-
a non-issue.
If you guys added a former Met and he showed up with his Met bag, would that piss you off?
No, because I think we see this all the time when guys get traded to deadline. Like their glove is the color of the other team. I don't think it's that big a deal at all. I really don't.
Yeah,
I feel like I see this every year, though. Someone walking in with the wrong bag, and then the next day they have a different one.
Probably for the reason you just gave. Right?
Because it's what they have at home.
Luke Weaver's not running to Modell's to buy himself a new Mets bag.
Nobody is anymore.
Oh, Modell's doesn't exist?
No.
So where did I go last week?
Dick's.
Yeah, that's right. I went to Dick's. You're right. That's a good call.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to. That's the locals. What, is Sports Authority still open?
No. Do you go out anywhere but here and work?
Sean, I do. I just told you I went to a sporting goods store last week.
And you didn't know the name of it?
I honestly have a mental block on what it's called. Whether it's Dick's, Modell's,
It had to
Sports
be Dick's. It wasn't Modell's.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was Dick's. I'm just saying, like, I don't remember.
But you haven't put your two eyes on a Sports Authority in 15 years, dude. For you to say, does that still exist? Just be self-aware a little bit.
I mean, when I walk into a store, I'm not that aware of the name of the store.
It's not walking in the store. You drive on roads. There's the signage outside stores. Like, at no point has it clicked with you. Yeah, I haven't seen a Sports Authority in a while.
No. I know that there's a sporting goods store near my house. I go to it.
Is it next to the Wiz?
No, the Wiz is closed, dummy.
Oh, you know that.
That one I actually do. I had no idea. Anyhow, I'm with you guys. I think Met fans need to calm down. I mean, it doesn't matter. And if you're a Yankee fan trolling it, you really need better things to do with your life.
Right.
Like, honest. Oh, he's wearing it. He's got a Yankee bag. Who cares? He's going to get a new bag, like in a couple of days. So you're right about that. Caleb Durbin being a Red Sox, though, feels like it's going to be a problem. You mentioned that an hour ago.
Gonna kill us.
Yeah. Like, you guys loved Caleb Durbin. He was obviously traded in the Devin Williams trade.
Well,
The Brewers.
hold on.
What?
We didn't love Caleb Durbin. We loved that he was hyped up and we thought he was the next prospect.
Yes.
Yeah, because Brian Cashman told you that.
Correct, but we never had time to fall in love with him. We found out about him a week later. He was traded.
They were pretty good.
Yeah, he got traded to the Red Sox today, and he had a good rookie year with Milwaukee, but it feels like he's that typical pain in the ass that's going to bother you for the next couple of years.
I agree.
See, it's baseball season, Tiki.
They've replaced Bregman, no problem.
Yeah. Caleb Durbin. We'll get back to your calls in a minute. 888-808-1019, including who was the MVP and who it actually should have been. We'll discuss it coming up, but Fanatics Fest is the world's #1 sports fan festival, and it returns to the Javits Center in New York City from July 16th to the 19th. See celebrities and athletes from all your favorite leagues, including Aaron Judge, Tom Brady, Kevin Hart, Jalen Brunson, Diana Taurasi, Mike Tyson, and so much more. Live panels, autographs, photo ops, rare trading cards, and memorabilia, plus exclusive merch drops you can only get at Fanatics Fest. This is the ultimate weekend where sports and culture collide. Tickets are on sale now and will sell out. Grab yours early at fanaticsfest.com.
Gentlemen, listen up. It's time for a healthier you. My good buddy, John Gallucci Jr., who's CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on my biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Now it's time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. Their dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help you prevent getting injured, whether that's just running around with your kids or trying to run a half or full marathon. If you have an existing injury, their expertise and commitment will help get you back to the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
We are live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The Seattle Seahawks were super impressive in winning Super Bowl 60, but let's be real, it's one of the worst Super Bowls ever played. Super Bowl 53, Patriots 13, Rams 3 was bad, but at least that game was close. This was a snooze fest from start to finish. Congratulations to Seattle. Also, the game stunk. I'm Nick Costos.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
Febreze. New Febreze Air Mist has 50% more odor fighters and up to 30% more fragrance than the old formula. So now you can take on 100% more stinky odors, like sweaty gym bags, greasy cooking smells, and the after effects of the dog rolling around in something. Just spray, and new Febreze Air instantly restores just clean freshness. Smell you later, odor. Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
It's Dunkin's World and you're living in it, which means breakfast is easy and costs $5 with Dunkin's $5 meal deal. You get 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee. Whatever your mood calls for. Bring your friend, your brother, your mother, your cousin, or just bring yourself. Because at Dunkin', they make deals for everyone. Get Dunkin's $5 meal deal only at Dunkin'. No substitutions. Participation in times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Gold is now around $5,000 an ounce, and silver is at an all-time high. If you need cash to help pay bills, then go to the Estates Roadshow. They're buying gold and silver, old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. Don't wait, cash in while gold and silver are hot. The Estates Roadshow is happening Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, Old Bridge at the Hampton Inn, and in Toms River at TMT Cash for Gold. Get cash in your hands this week in Staten Island, Old Bridge, and Toms River. For more info, visit estatesroadshow.com.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ratliff, Engineering Director at Nissan. You know, some things are important to hear from an expert, not a voice actor. For instance, the Nissan Rogue is not only strong and practical, but it's reliable too. We've tested the turbocharged engine for thousands of hours, so it keeps going when you need it most. And 225 pound-feet of torque is what's going to allow this SUV to tackle those bigger, more ambitious adventures. everything so you can go rogue.
Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. Get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, or 2025 Nissan Pathfinder for well-qualified buyers. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example: 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to in-mat credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 3/2/26.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve. Plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wake up with Boomer and Geo. Mornings 6 to 10 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
A lot going on here on this Super Bowl post Monday. If you've missed any of the show, you can rewind it on the Odyssey app. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, I hate to do this to myself, but I always try to prove my fairness to you. I'm holding it out. I'm holding it because I may have to go on trial and may have to wear a set L. If you're new to Evan and Tiki, when we convict you of either getting something really wrong or stealing someone's opinion like Sean did to initiate the L over a year ago, we force you to wear an L. And Tiki's daughters and Tiki's wife made a bunch of beautiful L's with different colors on it. And the only way you're forced to wear an L is if unanimously the other two people on this show say, yes, you have to wear it. And I'm the one bringing up charges against myself.
Wow.
And I will allow Tiki and Sean to decide if it is L-worthy, and we'll do that coming up in the next 15 minutes. And, yes, it is Super Bowl related. Now, speaking of the Super Bowl, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You know why?
Of course, because I won. I won the postseason.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
Why? What else are you going to...
Tiki is right, though. He got the Super Bowl right, and he won the postseason picks. I thought your brethren and you as the captain of it would be very happy that a running back won a Super Bowl MVP.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Finally. Because the last time that this happened, was Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis?
And that was because he rushed for like 190 yards, whatever the heck it was.
Yeah.
He had a ridiculous Super Bowl the year before he rushed for 2,000 yards, and then he won the Super Bowl MVP.
He won the Super Bowl MVP in 97, and then
Right.
John Elway won it the following year in 98 when they completed the back-to-back.
Right.
But that's the last time a running back won the Super Bowl MVP.
It's crazy to think how long that's been.
No, it really is. And as the second half was going on, I kept thinking to myself, who is the Super Bowl MVP?
Oh, I knew it halftime.
You knew it was because the numbers were
Because
just
he had
so...
94 yards and how I don't know how many receiving yards, but it was insignificant.
He ended up with 2 catches for 26 yards. He ended up with 27 carries for 135 yards.
He basically had 100 total yards in the first half, and there was no offense in the game.
Yeah, so I was with you that he was a main candidate. Do not get me wrong. I am not dismissing him. But what I kept wrestling with is, wait a second. The Seattle Seahawks had a legitimate chance, and at the time of me thinking this, they were doing it, to be the first team ever to shut out their opponent in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And if that happens, don't we have to give the MVP to a defensive player?
Yeah, but to whom?
Witherspoon. He was all over the place. You're asking me to name one guy. That's my guy.
I would have given it to Hall. He forced that
fine.
play, and then he had the other sack.
How about Julian Love for that interception?
No, that was a gimme.
I know. I'm just kidding. I do agree with you guys that there wasn't an obvious person.
That's the problem for the defensive side of the ball. There wasn't someone who was so heads and heels above everything else.
The other thing I would ask you then is, what about Jason Myers? Because Jason Myers was responsible for literally the only offense until the game was pretty much out of reach when A.J. Barner had his touchdown from Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
So would you have considered Jason Myers, who set the record for most field goals in a Super Bowl?
17 points he had.
17? Would you have considered Jason Myers as the MVP?
When in the party we were at, people were talking about the kicker.
And what would you say?
The kicker. Well,
the kicker has never won, by the way.
Ever. And I was trying to remember if Vinatieri had ever won one.
No.
But he wasn't kicking 6 field goals or 5 field goals. It was just the game winner.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it was never he was the story, and not until the end. Jason Myers was the story of the whole game.
No doubt.
Because of the multiple field goals. Really, the only scoring in the first half was him. So we talked about it, but just because it would be so unprecedented, it was easily, to me, Walker. Easy.
No, you're biased.
Of course I'm biased.
If they didn't score a single touchdown in the game, it had to go to Myers.
Yeah, I think.
Like, we got to the fourth quarter. Think about it. He's the only one who scored points in the game.
No, I agree. So my thought was, if the defense shuts them out, which, again, has never happened in Super Bowl history, I felt like it's got to be someone on defense. Once they allowed some points to score, and eventually 13, even if it was garbage points, nevertheless, I was more like, oh, maybe Jason Myers. But for Myers to have won it, he needed to kick longer field goals. Like, ultimately, I don't want to minimize it.
But yeah, they needed to be impressive.
33-yarder to make it 3-0. That is a chip shot.
That's basically the extra point.
Yeah. 39-yarder to make it 6-0 chip shot. A 41-yarder to make it 9-0. And a 41-yarder to make it 12-0. Here's why, to me, as much as I thought about Jason Myers, and I would have loved to have seen it, I can't give it to him. If he missed any of those kicks, we'd be killing him.
Of course.
There's your answer.
Right.
Like, if he makes a couple of 50-plus yarders, I think we have a different discussion. But the fact that all those kicks that he made, they were all gimmies. He's got to make them. So with that said, Sean, you agree with Kenneth Walker?
I have no issue with Kenneth Walker winning.
Yeah.
I have no issue. Now, what's ironic, though, is it does tell you, Tiki talks about legacies in these moments when we look at resumes.
Yeah.
Man, Zach Charbonnet never gets hurt. How different is Kenneth Walker's legacy the rest of his career?
No, you're right. It changed it. And it's just it's the nature of the game. Because Kenneth Walker, as good as I thought he was good 2 years ago when he was a rookie. And he came in and it was like, man, this guy he runs hard. They were giving him 20-something carries a game. Then he got banged up a little bit, and they felt like they needed a duplicate back.
Right.
And so they bring in Zach Charbonnet, and you watched him throughout the regular season, or at least you watched him statistically, he'd only get like 10 touches, 13 touches in a game. I'm talking about Kenneth Walker. And it felt like he was getting marginalized. And then when Charbonnet tears his ACL in the playoffs, this dude goes buck wild. I mean, he had 400-something total yards in the last 3 games. They had the bye week. So it was one of those, why haven't we seen this before? Like, has he always been this? Are you just suppressing him, or is he just really motivated?
Kenneth Walker is a free agent at the end of the season. I say that because I was doing a lot of research this morning because I really wanted to fact check this.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty confident with what I'm about to say. Unlike the Mets, who have no issue, or the Yankees having a Super Bowl, or in their case, World Series MVP, go to another team the following season. Hello, Ray Knight. Hello, Hideki Matsui. John Wetland as well. We have never had a Super Bowl MVP change teams the year after winning the award.
Never. Even the random defensive guys?
Bro, if you can prove me wrong, I was going through this all morning because ChatGPT told me no one did it, but I needed to fact check it.
Yeah, ChatGPT thinks they're Patriots or Adam Sandler's team.
I know. Yeah. So I was going through all of them, and unless I missed one, that's how I'm going to preface this, I don't think it's ever happened.
Well, I mean, they can't afford to let him leave because Charbonnet's coming off an ACL that he tore at the end of the last season.
No, I get you. They should keep him.
So they should obviously keep him.
But if they lost him, it would make NFL history.
That's interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is. I didn't realize he was a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent at the end of the.
But it makes sense because he was the Pete Carroll era, and then they're obviously 2 years into a new era. So yeah, it makes sense. 4 years.
Get to your calls, 888-808-1019. I'll be on trial for possibly wearing an L coming up in a few minutes. Let's go to Gary in Ridgewood, New Jersey. What's up, Gary?
Hey, morning, guys. Before I get to my point, best part was when they finally go to Robert Kraft, they catch him yawning, which kind of explains the whole game. And then, you marginalize the kicker, but his job is to make the kicks.
Yeah.
He makes the kicks, and then so he can't win either way, but he should at least have gotten a mention in the post games at some point.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Because he made the kick. He did what he was supposed to do.
He absolutely did.
He did his
to
job.
win the MVP, something that has never happened, and we've had 60 of these, to me it feels like it's got to be really unique and really special.
Yeah, he's got to be exceptional.
Yeah, like if he made, I swear to you, if the 4 for 4, half of them were 50 or more, I'd have a different opinion right now. I'd say, you know what? You got to give it to this guy. And even, Sean, you made the point earlier, if they didn't score a touchdown, same thing.
Right.
So I know that's out of his control. Like, it is not his fault that he's attempting 33 yarders. That's not his fault. And it's not his fault that eventually Sam threw a touchdown pass to Barner. But to have this unique circumstance of a kicker winning the MVP, I think you needed those two things to happen, and it didn't. Justin in Patterson, New Jersey. Hey, Justin.
Gentlemen, thanks for having me on. I wanted to give you, Evan, an idea for you and your wife, kind of a date idea.
Yeah.
Since you go to Medell's and Sports Authority still, I was thinking maybe you guys could go to Blockbuster and rent a movie.
By the way, I wish that we could, because there was something awesome about going to Blockbuster, walking around, picking out the movie.
Making a decision.
Yeah. I miss that. So I know you're mocking me because I forgot that Modell's doesn't exist and Sports Authority doesn't exist, but I wish that we still did that as a society. I know it feels like a waste of time, because why do that when everything's in your home?
The cassettes were a pain in the butt.
Because you had to rewind them.
You had to rewind them.
Yeah.
This has always been my argument when people scream about renting a movie on Amazon. You paid a membership to Blockbuster to then pay for movies to rent.
Yes.
Amazon is Blockbuster, and now we're too good to pay Amazon $3.99 to rent the movie.
It's the exact same thing.
It's the same thing.
No.
But it's so much more convenient.
Yes, it is more convenient, but here's where you're wrong. The reason that we don't like paying to rent movies from Amazon is that we're paying for 15 other streaming services.
No, you're right.
Where we think the movie should exist.
Right. But Amazon or Netflix or any of these other streaming services that have movies, they're basically what Blockbuster was.
I agree. But the problem is, when we were doing Blockbuster, we didn't think we had all of these movies at our fingertips.
But that's not Amazon's fault.
I'm not saying it's Amazon's fault.
Amazon came before a lot of them.
Sean, I get that. I'm saying that's why we hesitate to rent a movie through Amazon when we're like, but wait a second, I'm spending $14 on Peacock. I'm spending $11 on Netflix.
You were spending $250 on cable and still spending a Blockbuster card.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm Team Amazon.
Let's go to Ross in Levittown. Hey, Ross.
Hey, guys. Huge fan of the show. Sean, I'm a big fan of the podcast. Tiki, you're a Giants legend. I'm a big Giants fan. And
thank you.
Evan, you were great in private parts, Evan.
That's my compliment. Thank you.
Two things. So I caller before said about Sabrina Carpenter, a big fan of hers. I think she would be a good fit for the halftime show, but with K-pop being such a big thing, I think, and maybe a female group from Korea might be a curveball, but I'd like to be added to the list because I think that could they're always trying to expand the game and everything, so maybe a K-pop group of some sort. And then to the game, I wanted to get your guys' opinion, and especially like Tiki, just from the Giants and Sean, but from the Giants, and you see such dominance from the Seahawks and how they just dominated that game. Does it change your perspective on like who the Giants should draft? Like, I always think like a sexy weapon, like a pick would be like a wide receiver is always a good one, but does it change your perspective to someone like Caleb Downs or just someone on defense to just continue to add to our defense?
I mean, we definitely need a linebacker. We need an impact linebacker. Ernest Jones, who was all over the place. I mean, what did he have? 11 tackles he had in this game, so he was dominant. And so having that guy is so important, and when your defense is so variable like Seattle's is, you need the field general, the guy with the green dot. He's got to be able to put everybody in the right spot. So I would say that. I just don't know if a rookie's going to come in and be great at it right away. But look, every year there are, I don't know, 8 to 10 good wide receivers that you can get. And you don't need them in the first round for them to show out. You supplement it with a free agent signing. I joke Mac Hollins, but a guy like that, draft a defensive skill position player, draft a wide receiver, and then hope that the coaching staff is right.
K-pop Demon Hunters? That's a good guess.
It is.
That's a smart one. Because my kids, your kids, the kids would just lose their mind. And if we're talking about growing the game.
I don't know if I've ever heard any of their songs.
Golden?
I swear I
What
couldn't.
planet are you on?
They played it four different commercials yesterday.
I mean,
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hardly paying attention to the commercials.
Oh.
Yeah, the one now is Cat's Eye. They're like the big.
Oh, is that
K-pop
okay?
group. Yeah.
I just know that
Gabriella, that song.
they talk about growing the game
You would know.
internationally.
I did a terrible version.
What you want to do is grow the game with the youth. Internationally, too, is fine. I'm just saying you want kids to love the game. That's one of the issues baseball has.
Yeah, but
so if you're bringing the kids into the halftime show, as much as I may not like it and you may not like it.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're going to watch the game.
Oh, they'll watch the halftime show.
Yeah, but the game is what you need to watch.
But it would make them be more likely to stick with it or put it on early. I'm telling you, it works. It's a smart move.
Another swerve. ABC is making their triumphant return to the Super Bowl next year. That's Disney.
That is Disney.
We could get some kind of Disney-themed situation going here.
Would you like that?
I mean, is Bad Bunny connected to NBC?
No.
No, but the only...
I think it's a league decision.
It's also Apple Music, I think it is.
Oh, right. Apple Music is the promo. You're right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But I could see ABC trying to influence it, though.
Right.
I mean, it makes sense. Would you be good with a kiddie band like that? I kind of get it.
I think...
Has there ever been one?
Not that I could think of.
Like a kids band?
I'm kind of good with anything. Be honest with you. As long as everybody's kind of having fun, I'm fine.
I like when people get pissed off. So if it's a kiddie band, do you think a lot of adults will be like, this is not America? Why are we making the kids happy? Like, if we have that, then I'm good.
That's why I just want the football game. Enough. I don't need Elsa out there.
Like,
yeah, I guess I could.
Like 20 years ago of Justin Bieber.
Yeah, that would be a comp. Yeah.
Like, what would Justin Bieber, how would it have gone over?
Oh, well, your Super Bowl was Britney Spears and Nelly, and they were like kids.
True.
Yeah, but different kind of. You're talking about teenagers. This would be more like 10-years, like your
40-year-olds
daughters.
But the Huntricks are not 10-year-olds. They just care about 10-years. They're adults.
No, I'm not saying the performers are 10 years old. I'm saying they're appealing
The
to
target.
the 10-year-olds.
Who the target is.
The target.
If they did K-pop Demon Hunters, oh my God, my kids would have been, your daughters would have been all over it.
They did.
That's what I'm saying.
They did.
Anyhow, Sean does want to reveal, because this is very important. I believe in facts.
Yeah.
I did miss one
Yeah.
on someone who won Super Bowl MVP and was on a different team next year. So who's the guy I missed?
All right, so this is why I can't answer any more phones because it's all anybody's calling with. Larry Brown of the Cowboys won Super Bowl MVP.
In 95.
And immediately signed with the Raiders.
Ah, there you go. There's one. Do we have a second?
That's the only one everybody's calling on.
That was 30 years ago.
Still. And I'd love to go back and look at the circumstances of that, too. It was free agency. Like, it was a flat out, I'm a free agent. Like, did Dallas try to pay him?
I don't know if Dallas tried to pay him, but he was a free agent and he signed with the Raiders.
All right, good. No, I appreciate it. That's why I prefaced it with, I tried to do the research. I'm not guaranteeing it. Now, I don't think that's L-worthy because I prefaced it, but what I'm about to play for you may be L-worthy. And again, I'm holding, actually, I may have to get the green and white L. Would that be better?
Yes.
Hold on 1 second. We got a lot of L's around here. Here's a green and white L.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys will deem if this is L-worthy. This is me a year ago, January 14th, 2025, talking about Sam Darnold after he got eliminated in the NFL playoffs. Take a look.
But I think what he told you yesterday is that you're not winning a damn thing with him. And ultimately, as Jet fans, as Giant fans, for the Viking fans out there, for fans of any NFL team, the ultimate goal is to win a championship. And I think what you saw yesterday is this guy ever going to be able to get to that level?
Well, the answer is yes. I was talking about Sam Darnold.
Wow.
Is that L-worthy? Especially within a year. Like, it was within a year. It wasn't 8 years later. Within a year of me saying that off a 14-win season, do I or should I have to wear an L for some amount of time for that Sam Darnold take?
I think you do. But just for a short time. Because we don't really care. But that was such a definitive statement.
I struggle with this one because it's master manipulation by Evan at its finest.
Manipulation.
Hear me out.
Because now you set a precedent.
No. It's not the precedent. Just hear me out.
That's good.
Tiki and I didn't hear this clip coming. Like, that's the first time we've played it. What you did earlier in the show, though, you tried to get me and Tiki's opinion on whether a quarterback swap makes a difference in this game and whether Darnold really won the game or not.
Mm-hmm.
So you've set us up, and I'm backed in the corner because I agreed with you. So now you're saying you're never going to win a damn thing with him, but your whole premise was any quarterback wins that game.
Now, but I think what Evan was referring to in that statement after last year's Minnesota wipeout in the postseason was that he was going to make mistakes, that he was going to be bad in a game where you needed to win, and you're not going to win anything with him.
Yeah,
he wasn't bad in this game.
You're right.
He was average. Did what he needed to do to win a football game.
I think you win it. I think you wear it the rest of the hour.
Yes.
Rest of the hour?
Rest of the hour. You got to sit there through my Cinco and wear it. I think that's fair.
Agreed.
My defense would
Doesn't
be,
matter. We already voted.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah. Take your headphones off first because you're going to weigh them down.
That's okay.
Okay.
So now I'm wearing a green, white, and silver L. Kind of looks like the Jets logo.
Yep.
It also looks like I'm getting choked half to death by the necklace. You know what? And this is not me deflecting blame because I own it. You guys both think I have to wear an L for the rest of the hour. I accept it. I don't believe I was alone. Like, I believe that was
you were not alone.
A very popular
You
opinion.
definitely weren't alone.
Thank you.
Because people thought that what Sam Darnold did in Minnesota was an anomaly, just a kind of a circumstance of a good coaching staff with, by the way, two, maybe even three really damn good, two great receivers.
Yeah.
Maybe three really good ones in Minnesota.
And I think what also happened with Sam in Minnesota is that they were 14-2, and they were playing a game on Sunday Night Football to wrap up the season for the division and the number one seed, and they got blown out 31-9, and
Right.
Sam wasn't good. And then the following week, now being forced to play on the road, they played the L.A. Rams, and again, Sam wasn't good, and they lost 27-9.
Neutral site game.
They put up, I'm sorry?
Neutral site game.
What do you mean neutral site game?
Oh, man, people forget this. This is why
What are you
Darnold got
talking
killed
about?
more.
Why?
The wildfires, the Rams couldn't play in L.A. They had to
Wow.
move the game, and the Rams' whole practice was thrown up. That's why people were
Where
really
was
angry.
this game?
In Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that added to the lore of Darnold struggling because it was the Rams who were completely thrown off that whole week, and yet he laid a big dud.
I forgot about that, honestly. But I think that's the view that me and many others had. And I always liked Sam, but it did feel after losing those two games and the way he performed, it was like, is this guy ever going to win anything? So I'll own it. I'll wear it for the rest of the hour. I thought you guys were very fair about this. You didn't make me have to wear it for a week, luckily. Or anything like that.
It's not that. We don't care that much about Sam Darnold.
No, I understand. And I'm happy for
It's
Sam.
his fifth team.
I know. First guy to ever quarterback a team to a Super Bowl while playing for their 15.
Can we be honest, though, about Sam Darnold after the game?
Mm-hmm.
A little cringy.
In what aspect?
This is where I have a tough time with the Seahawks. Shout out to all the 12s that made the trip. Like, he did the whole thing, and he kept referencing them as the 12s, and he came across so cringy with it. It just didn't feel authentic, and you realize he's a bore of a human being.
Now you're feeling like you're nitpicking him a little bit.
Well, because after
he does present that way.
I wanna
like
be
he doesn't
excited
have
for him.
emotion.
Yeah, he's holding the trophy. I want to be excited for him in that moment. And I don't know, man. It was like getting a loaf of bread at Dairy Bar.
Yeah,
like,
it was
just nothing.
rote. You're right. It was kind of just emotionless.
Yeah.
The biggest moment of his career.
Yeah, like if I win that moment, I might be taking off my pants.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I kept thinking about that, too, watching the Super Bowl. I was like, I cannot even imagine the Jets playing this game. Like, you guys can imagine it because you've seen your team play it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I can't even in my wildest dreams picture a scenario
Right.
where I'm getting ready for
We're
this.
watching our young quarterback like studded up all over San Francisco all week. NFL honors, everything. Jackson Dart. We got it made. Jets are like, who the hell's playing quarterback for us next year?
No, it's so true. Back to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. Plus, Sean's got a Cinco de Luncho list coming up. And what Jordan Hudson did was hilarious, but also cringy. We'll get to that coming up. It is Evan and Tiki until 2 o'clock this afternoon.
At Grubhub, we're eating the fees on restaurant orders over $50. That's right. No more of those pesky fees. No delivery fee, no service fee, no sick day fee, no date night fee, no your roommate Kevin spilled the sauce all over the inside of the refrigerator and now you need more sauce fee. No parking fee, no finder's fee, no knock knock. Who's there? Another fee. Seriously, no more fees on restaurant orders over $50. No delivery fees, no service fees, only on Grubhub.
Grubhub will eat the fees.
Details at grubhub.com. Saturday on the CW.
Driver, start your engine!
The new NASCAR season roars into action at the Daytona International Speedway with all new drivers, new rivalries.
Somebody's to break his teeth in.
And a brand new name.
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Buckle up for pure raw racing live from Daytona. Let's turn them loose! The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
This Saturday at 4 p.m. on Pix 11, the CW.
Hey, Boomer here. When the game's on the line, you need a winning play. And for electrical pros, that's Cooper Electric. With 70 locations all across the tri-state area and easy online ordering, my friends at Cooper Electric have the inventory and expertise to keep your projects moving. From tools to wire to lighting, Cooper is the playbook for pros who want to win every single job. Make the winning play. Visit cooper-electric.com today. That's cooper-electric.com. Cooper Electric, our knowledge is electric.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Now would be a great time to clean out your garage and donate that old car to Cars for Kids. See how easy it is. Call today, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or online at carsforkids.com.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones, big and small, they've helped mark the moments that matter most to their customers. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As they celebrate a century of excellence, they thank you for being a part of their story, and they look forward to the moments still to come. They invite you to visit London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance. Boomer here. If you love cooking as much as I do, you gotta listen up. The Chef IQ Mini Oven is your all-in-one kitchen hero. It bakes, broils, air fries, dehydrates, slow cooks, toasts, and more. It's got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, a color touchscreen, a soft closed door. It even syncs with the Chef IQ app, and pair it with the IQ Sense thermometer for perfect USDA-safe temps every single time you cook. So why not grab yours right now at chefiq.com. Use my name, code word BOOMER, to save 30% at checkout.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With Maintain X, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try Maintain X for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
Your official station to talk Jets. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
Random Super Bowl thought? Because I started jotting them down while I was watching the game last night. And when I say random, Tiki, I mean completely random.
Out of nowhere.
Did you find it weird? And I know me of all people bringing this up is something else, but did you find it weird how underdressed Joe Montana was?
Like yes.
You noticed that, right?
I noticed it.
Okay.
And I also noticed him really wanting the coin.
Yes, he was like,
all right, give it to me. Give it to me. And he was still explaining it. The head referee, I'm forgetting his name.
This is
now.
heads, this is tails.
Right. And he's like, here, give it to me.
Sean Smith is the head referee. Yeah, so they announced a bunch of Super Bowl MVPs, which was a cool feature. So Peyton Manning is there, Tom Brady's there, Eli Manning is there, Jalen Hurts is there. And Joe Montana comes out, and he's dressed like all in black, wearing like a black turtleneck, and he felt like just very underdressed and not in the moment compared to the other MVPs.
Yeah, maybe he's just at that point in life where he doesn't care, doesn't have to care. I mean, how old is Joe Montana? 70-something?
Yeah, probably late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, so
would be my guess.
I think he's just at that point in life where it doesn't matter to him.
I mean, it may not matter to him, and that's certainly how I feel. I'm an underdressed mess, but he's Joe Montana. He's Joe Cool.
Yeah,
I was taken back by it.
That could be one of those.
69, yeah.
He shows up, and you look at the other people and go, "Oh crap, I'm that guy." Like I just thought we were doing this. You know?
You think Joe Montana thought like we're just cash?
Yeah, where were the MVPs?
Yeah,
San Francisco.
But Peyton Manning had a suit on.
Yeah.
Like these other guys were dressed in their best, their Sunday best.
He was probably pissed.
And he's got like a black sweatshirt on, or not sweatshirt, but like a sweater on that looks very, just like you're hanging out.
It was blah.
Like you're going to Starbucks.
Very blah. My other, go ahead.
No, I just need to say, we told you could take the L off at the end of the hour.
Yes.
You got to finish the show with it.
Why?
Because there's multiple Super Bowl MVPs that went to another team immediately after.
How many we got? So far, we got one. We got Larry Brown.
We
Who
have
else?
2 others.
2 others? That's only 3.
Dexter Jackson with the Bucks.
Went to another team right after?
Right, he did.
Immediately left. And also Desmond Howard was only on the Packers for that 1 year, immediately went to the Raiders.
Damn it. Wow, 3's a lot. Yeah. Look,
Where did Dexter Jackson go? Did they all go to the Raiders?
I got to find out Dexter Jackson.
That's what they
do. Is that
do.
the Raiders' philosophy?
Yeah. Collect former Super Bowl MVPs.
Collect MVPs.
I will defend myself by saying there are times I come on and say, hey, I got great information for you, and I tell you forcefully. In this case, I prefaced it by, I did a lot of research this morning to fact check. I'm not sure if this is accurate. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Did you ask?
Bengals, by the way. Dexter Jackson went to the Bengals.
Okay.
Did you ask AI?
Yes, AI told me nobody. Then I proceeded to say, I don't believe you. I need to fact check you. And I started at the beginning. I went back to Bart Starr. And I'm like, all right, this didn't happen. And I kept going. So I admit I'm wrong, but I also prefaced the whole thing by saying I may be wrong.
You were wrong by a mile. That was 3, Evan.
Okay,
3.
0 to 3. Is it that much of a difference? Do you think, Tiki, you're the judge?
I mean, there's 60 of these.
Yes.
Okay.
It's 0.5%.
Well, there's less than 60 because guys have won it multiple times.
Oh, right.
But I guess your point is, no, it is 60 because each year you do have a chance to leave the team potentially.
Right.
Okay. So that's still less. You're right.
He's fine.
Thank you.
We can't further penalize him for that.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's 3 out of 60, dude.
Listen, we know the rules.
And I prefaced it by saying,
it could be
fact check me,
4
I'm
out of
not
60.
sure. We'll see if you get to 4.
What a screw job.
Yeah. Lay me off or lay off me, whatever that is.
Careful.
Anyhow, I had one other observation, but I'll get to it later. Give us a Cinco because we're all very hungry.
Okay, here we go.
Sean Moraes in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling. No! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking. Nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go on this. I'm sure most of you eating leftovers Leftovers for Lunch Monday. Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. So the one thing we did not touch on, we've touched on halftime, the terribleness of the game. I'm here to do the old hokey radio bit. I'm here to give you my 5 favorite commercials from last night.
All right, let's hear it.
All right?
Tiki didn't watch any of them, so this is all new.
Well, I did watch one, and it better be number one.
Oh, the one you watched better be number one?
Yes, because it was iconic. You almost had a tear.
Wow. Okay, here we go.
Here we go! Number 5.
Number 5, no audio accompanying because there's nothing to say, but it was the polar bears cheating on Coke with Pepsi, and they end up on the Coldplay screen.
That was great.
Was that your number one?
No.
Oh.
So you've seen more than one.
Yeah.
Really?
You said I saw one, Evan. I didn't say I only saw one.
I thought you said earlier you don't watch commercials at the Super Bowl.
I
so
didn't watch a
didn't
lot
see
of them,
any.
but I saw it.
All right, here we go.
Number 4.
Don't look, son. Okay, just don't.
My wires. I can see my wires. Ow!
It's nobody's fault.
It is so. It's your fault. It's your kid's fault, and it's
No.
your fault. Oh, no.
Do you know what that was?
No.
Jeep Cherokee did a commercial with Billy the Big Mouth Bass, that old fish that would sing on the wall. Take me to the river. So a kid feels really bad and decides, Dad, we need to take him to the river. So they get in the Jeep Cherokee and they take him to the river. And he gets in the river and he talks for real life. He goes, thank you, thank you. And a bear comes and attacks him and chews him to the wires. And he starts singing, get me out of the river. Wow.
I missed that one, too.
What was it? Oh, Jeep.
Jeep Cherokee.
Okay.
Very funny. All right, here we go.
Number 3.
Take a closer look, Mr. Bradley. Tell me, what do you see?
Pro Football Hall of Fame?
It's a juicer.
What?
The Hall of Fame's a juicer, Bradley.
Openly laughed at this. So Uber Eats has been big on these commercials with the food is all being sold in football.
Yeah.
And Matthew McConaughey takes Bradley Cooper to Canton, where the top of Canton looks like an orange juicer. He's holding a juicer.
That was fun.
That is
Very good. All right, here we go.
Number 2.
Number 2, no audio attached, but it was for Instacart, where Benson Boone and Ben Stiller are doing a 70s style singing and dancing video. Ben Stiller knocks over the banana and he falls down. I don't know. It was the first time all night I laughed and enjoyed myself.
The only reason I laughed at that one is Ben Stiller falling the way he did just cracked me up. It's like old slapstick.
And it was early in the game.
Yep.
All right, and last but not least, Tiki's put a lot of pressure on me.
It better be it.
Little spoiler alert, there's a big WFAN sponsor as well.
Number 1.
Hey, Will. Did you arrange the Munchkins in the Fibonacci sequence? I got a genius working for me.
Who's such a genius, then why'd he put ice in his coffee, huh? Come on.
The Duncan commercial with Goodwill Duncan, and it was all the classic NBC sitcom characters.
That was amazing. That was far and away the
Fresh
best
Prince.
one.
We had all that stuff.
Yep. Was it real? Like, were they coming back to act? Did they use AI? Do we know?
AI never crossed my mind. I assume those were all the real actors, especially when Ted Danson comes out.
Yeah, but they felt like they looked a little bit different. Like they were older, but they weren't as old as what I think they are. That's why I hesitated on, is this real or did they AI it? But I thought it was great, too. And I was surprised because KFC of Barstool, who I love, tweeted out how it was the worst commercial he'd ever seen.
What?
And I'm like, really? And I even wrote him back. I was like, what are you talking about? It was the best one. I agree. I thought that was entertaining. And maybe it's just the beauty of seeing all the old NBC stars.
All right, Tiki, what was number 1 for you?
The Clydesdale.
Grabbing a bird, who cares?
With the little bird. And then, because the bird can't fly, and then he just keeps running with the bird, and eventually comes crest of the hill, and the bird's an eagle. And he takes off. It was so American.
And they played Free Bird the whole time. They were playing to the Olympic thing. God, get lost. That's not a good Clydesdale commercial.
Great commercial.
No, it wasn't.
It was a reimagining of the Clydesdales from Budweiser.
No, you can't reimagine the Clydesdales.
Yes, you
That's
can.
different. No, you can't.
Yes, you
The
can.
Clydesdales are the Clydesdales, dude.
No, the Clydesdales are all American, and they made the eagle fly.
That's your number 1 commercial?
Number 1,
Yes.
Tiki?
Yes. Yes.
Gee, I think you nailed it with the Duncan one.
Thank you.
I thought that was the best one.
Nah, but you just went for funny and hokey.
Well,
that's what I'm there for. The game sucks. I want funny and hokey.
Do you know what a Fibonacci sequence even is?
I know now. I learned something.
I know.
You're either there for the commercials or for the halftime show. By the way, I do have to tell you, and I'm going to be serious, but it's also kind of weird and funny at the same time. So there was a commercial, and I thought it was very powerful, about standing up against Jewish hate.
Yes.
Okay? It was a very well done commercial.
Yes.
Great. I watched it, made me pause, whole thing. What they followed with. Do you know what they followed with?
No.
And again, it's nothing like controversial. It was more like you just went from stand up to Jewish aid, powerful commercial, to toilets opening their mouths
Great commercial.
and drinking. I didn't say it wasn't a great commercial. Read the room, bro. You just went from this emotional, we're standing up together, to that.
We need to lighten the mood.
I mean, that's a little too much.
Oh, and the other commercial I wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but it drove me nuts. I think I tweeted about it. The tight end prostate cancer awareness commercial.
Yes.
Did you see that?
With Bruce Arians.
Yes, with Bruce Arians. Great. They're showing everything. There's one major issue in the whole thing.
What's that?
Why is Tony Gonzalez in his Falcons uniform?
Why wouldn't he be?
He's a chief more than anything.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Tony Gonzalez is a Falcon.
You close your eyes, you think of Tony Gonzalez' career, you think of the
100%.
Falcons?
I think Falcons. But I want to back it up with the numbers.
I honestly forget he was a Chief.
What?
And I know he had good years as a Chief, but I feel like
I
feel like he's a Falcon.
Here's the thing. I agree with Tiki. I think of him as a Falcon. The numbers are indisputable. He's a Chief. I mean, he was there for 12 years compared to 5. But I guess it's the latter part of his career.
What did he go in the Hall of Fame?
Well, they don't do that.
Yeah.
Like baseball does that. The NFL really doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Gonzalez went ring chasing at the end with the Falcons here.
Yeah. No, he is a Chief statistically, but for whatever reason, I kind of agree with Tiki.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, could you imagine?
I can't see him in a Chiefs uniform. I really can't.
Is it because you played while he was with Kansas City? Maybe that lessens it from your fandom?
Maybe, and I was more analyzing after the fact. So he was a Falcon when I was really thinking about him.
This made me feel like if they did this in running backs and LaDainian Tomlinson was in a Jet uniform. That's what it made me feel like.
No, that's not fair. That's too extreme. Because Tony Gonzalez was still a damn good Falcon. He put up some big numbers there. I agree with you. The numbers back up he's a Chief. But yet, I had that kind of same reaction. Like, I think of the Falcons. I don't have an issue with that.
I almost fell out of my chair. I was so annoyed at that. I was annoyed at Tony. You're a Chief.
No. I wonder why he made the decision then.
Does he hate the Chiefs?
Maybe. Maybe he just feels like he's more of an offense. Or maybe, I got it. The Chiefs have gone on to become dynastic. So he almost lives in Chief history in a much more irrelevant way than Atlanta, where they haven't won anything.
And I guess he's no longer the most famous Chiefs tight end of all
He's
time.
not. No, he's not. So maybe that has something to do with it. Interesting. Either way, good list.
Thank you.
I respect it. 888-808-1019, the number. Let's go to Rich in Springfield, New Jersey. What's up, Rich?
Hey, guys. Evan, you nailed it with the low-hanging fruit was the field goal kicker for the MVP. And I watched the game yesterday at FanDuel at the Meadowlands, and everybody was talking about it. But you nailed it. They were all 40-yard field goals. He had to make them. If he would have missed one, it would have been, epic.
Right. Yep.
So, but my pick, I think that, Dixon was more impactful than Walker in that game. I mean, Tiki, come on, that punter was
great.
Incredible.
No, he was fantastic, especially in the second half where all of those punts were down inside the 10-yard line. Like that's how you win games against good teams in big situations. I always say this. You remember in 95 when we beat Florida State?
No.
You don't. Anyways, it was one of our big games at Virginia.
I was 12 and didn't care about
college
football.
We beat Florida State.
Yeah.
Will Bryce, our punter,
was
he was the MVP of the game, even though there was a ton of other things that happened. But every single time Florida State, Danny Cannell and Warwick Dunn had to go 90-plus yards.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. And specifically, I want to pull up one moment where you could make the case for Dixon to win the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
It's 6-0, so it's still a game. Patriots fail on a 3rd and 12 from their own 12-yard line, and they have to punt. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go backwards. I got to go back one more drive. It's 6-0. Seattle's punting with a 3rd and 5 from the New England 42 instead of going for like a 60-yard field goal, and he lays the punt inside the 2-yard line.
Yep.
Right? Then, I jumped ahead, Seattle gets off the field. They get the ball at the 43-yard line with 2:50 to go, set up an easy Jason Myers field goal.
Yeah.
The difference between it being 6-0 and 9-0 was the punt by Dixon.
Yeah.
Which made it
right.
a two-possession game, which is when I felt personally, Teak, this game is over.
And he's jacked and has tats.
Yep.
It was like,
and he's got
this dude was a badass.
Yeah, how do you argue with that?
Exactly, you can't.
With that said, he's not the MVP. It's an MVP moment.
Yeah, right.
He deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
But,
it's kind of exactly what we said about Jason Myers.
Yeah.
He just did his job.
Yes.
He did it exceptionally well.
Yeah. I think,
like, if he would have had a 70-yard punt that just changed the field position in a critical moment, you get backed up, you have a sack or whatever, and you just punt them out, and now they got to go 80 yards. That's different. But it was a part of football that we've de-emphasized. These punters that can pin it.
Right.
And he nailed it.
Yeah, no question. I'll tell you a couple of weird things from this game. A, there were no penalties called until Mike Tirico jinxed it. I think it was in the late second quarter.
Yeah.
They almost had a chance to go the entire half without a penalty. The other thing was, I completely forgot. I had a good point, and it just right out of my head. I'm telling you, it was good, though.
Right.
I promise you.
Maybe not that good.
Once I remember it, I'll let you know. Let's go to Ozzy and Woodridge. What's up, Oz?
Hey, when that Clydesdale comes barreling towards you, and then the wings of the eagle come popping up.
That's what I'm talking about,
Come on,
Ozzy.
man. That was like a Pegasus.
Exactly.
Like a Pegasus.
It's America, bro. Let's go. Play some Skinners. Free bird. That should be the halftime every year.
You don't like my
You're 100% right.
You
These
don't
kids
like.
don't get it.
I
man.
know they don't.
But
They
Ozzy-
don't. They're too young. They don't understand the Clydesdales.
Ozzy, you don't like my stand-up. You don't like my stand-up comedian idea for halftime? That we eschew, we forget the music, and we go right to just a roast at halftime.
No, because Tiki and Sean were 100% correct. If you think a singer, and by the way, the scenery I got caught up with was those Latina dancers. So I didn't even know who was singing. He could have been singing in Hungarian. That's all the scenery I got caught up in. Evan.
What'd your wife think of the Bad Bunny show?
She loved it.
I'm
Her
telling you.
sisters loved it. Everybody loved it.
And
So-
his wife is Latina, like my wife is Latina. And what I was explaining earlier is there was a great appreciation, even though my wife didn't even think Bad Bunny was that good. She was just like, yeah, I'm proud, damn it. So there you go.
No, it is what it is. But like I said, they need to make it eclectic and give everybody a little taste of their taste. But you're never going to please everybody. So it is what it is.
Everyone finds something to complain about. Thank
That's
you for the
right.
call, Ozzy. This guy's very upset at who's he upset with?
Loogie.
He's upset with Loogie. Good. I love when people are upset with Loogie. Sal in Keyport. Sal, what are you upset about?
First off, the Super Bowl was good. Defense, great. Halftime show, good. Loogie, you're out of your mind. 2 weeks ago, you started with Lindsey Vonn, and you're not American, bro. You're the one that should leave country. And then you say that iconic commercial with the Budweiser, and it looks like a Pegasus, like that guy just said. Are you kidding me? Funny commercial? Yeah, I'll give you Dunkin' Donuts. Fantastic. Toilet bowls drinking? Fantastic. But iconic Budweiser commercial is gotta be the Clydesdale and the little chick turning into an American bald eagle. Loogie, you just get me off my chair. I just want to go there and just, ooh.
Yeah, you should go to his house and beat him up. That's what you should do. I've always said this about Loogie. Loogie hates America.
No biggie. I'm so embarrassed for Loogie. He's just stepped out. I'm sorry, Sal. I'm sorry. He has some explaining to. I agree with you. Very honest. He hated Lindsey Vonn, too. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I can't believe Loogie felt that way. Let's go to Mike in Westchester. What's up, Mike?
Ozzy just stole my thunder in the last caller. Sean, you guys are crazy. That was the best commercial, and it was American as we need it right now. I mean, it was awesome. That commercial was the best.
I agree. The problem is Sean and Loogie both hate America. And because of that, actually, you know what? Can I tell you the best commercial?
Yes.
Very underrated. This was so good. You actually have it in the system. I want you to pull it up right now. It's going to say NBA All-Star Game. That's the name of it. Because yeah, that's right. During the Super Bowl, NBC, of course, started promoting the All-Star Game, which we forgot, but the NBA All-Star Game is this Sunday. And they took a famous song.
I did forget that.
You forgot.
With good reason.
They took a famous song, which I forgot the name of, but you'll know it as soon as we play it, and put new words to it. And I thought it was awesome. So I would give this honorable mention as one of the best commercials out there. And I think it counts as a commercial because even if it's NBC promoting itself.
Right.
Yeah. So here it is, the NBA All-Star Game commercial. Everybody wants to rule the world, and it's a promotion for USA versus the world.
That's
really good.
That's a cool promotion.
Now, I only know
I forgot that the All-Star Game was that this year.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember we talked about it from the hockey perspective.
Right.
What was that? What did they call it? What did they call it for
Four
hockey?
Nations?
Oh, Four Nations, right.
Yeah.
So I forgot that the NBA was doing that as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
And that song reminded you of it. And also, I don't know, that song, the only thing I know about that song is that was the theme song for Dennis Miller's show. When Dennis Miller used to have like kind of what Bill Maher has right now. I think it was like a Friday night HBO show. But that's a famous song. I just don't, me and the music. What the hell do I know? Do you know that name of that song?
It's just Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Oh, is that really what it's called?
Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, was that Dennis Miller's theme song, or I remember that incorrectly? Because that's how I thought I knew it.
I thought it was from Coneheads.
Coneheads. Is it? I don't know.
Hold on, let's find out where it made its hay.
I'm pretty sure it was Dennis Miller's theme. I used to watch Dennis Miller every week. By the way, underrated on Monday Night Football. I thought he actually did a pretty good job. He's on that Monday Night Miracle, that Jet Dolphin game. If you ever rewatch The Incredible Comeback, Dennis Miller's on it, doing, I thought, a really good job. But I thought that song was catchy. Like, using all the All-Stars, reminding you.
Yeah, famously used as a theme for HBO's political talk show, Dennis Miller Live.
I know some things. There you go.
And featured in movies like Real Genius, which was great. You guys know Real Genius?
No.
Oh, man. Real Genius.
Look how excited he is. I know.
It's I'm too old for you. Whatever. Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
I think that's where I was thinking. Same kind of era as Coneheads.
Donnie Darko and Sky High, which I don't know what that is.
I've noticed something when you got disappointed. So I don't know a lot of movies. I'm more of a TV guy.
Mm-hmm.
When I would know a movie in front of Craig, it would almost be like I'm disgusted by you. When I forget a movie in front of Tiki, it's more like I'm disappointed in you. Well, and it's interesting to see the two dynamics. The I'm disgusted by you versus the I'm disappointed. And I got to tell you, you make me feel worse.
Why?
Because Craig, it's like, you're
I'm just
disgusting.
making you feel younger than me.
You make me feel like an idiot.
No, I'm making you feel younger than me.
Okay.
Real Genius was 85. So I was 10.
Was it in black and white?
No.
Shut up, you idiot.
They create a girl.
Oh, do they?
Really?
Yes. Like they're like computer whizzes and they create a girl. And
like an AI girl?
Yeah, but she ends up like becoming real.
Hold on, what's this called? I may watch this now.
Real Genius. It's about Val Kilmer.
Okay.
It was so good.
I'm into it now.
The premise sounds cool.
Yeah, you got me intrigued.
But it is in color, right?
Yeah.
Stop it. Come on. Jesse's in Parsippany. What's up, Jesse?
Hey, I just wanted to check in. I know you're a baseball sicko like myself, and I wanted to know if you had any input or opinion on the fact that if you want to be a subscriber to MLB TV this year, you essentially have to go through a double paywall. Since when MLB and ESPN were arguing about rights last year, ESPN lost the national rights, but they bought local rights.
Yeah.
So I just, wanted to know how you felt.
I have an opinion on it. It's a disgrace. And it's another example of Rob Manfred being an incompetent commissioner, because if you want to grow your sport, you don't want to make it more expensive or more difficult for people to consume the sport. Like when the NFL went to YouTube TV, they actually made it easier for you to get the product. Because before that, it was on DirecTV. You had to have DirecTV. And eventually they made it a little bit easier as time went by. Now, even if you're not a YouTube TV subscriber, because I'm not, I don't really like YouTube TV, but I subscribe to the NFL, no harm, no foul. My understanding of this MLB stuff is that you've got to subscribe to ESPN, and then after paying all that money for an app that you may not even want, then you've got to subscribe to MLB. So, if this is all true, it's another example that Rob Manfred is just bad at his job.
That's ridiculous layering for something that doesn't make any sense. By the way, I was thinking of Weird Science.
Oh.
Have you seen Weird Science? It's also 85. They're the same year.
So the premise of the movie you have is Weird Science, but does not have that song.
No. Yes. Real Genius has the song.
Okay.
Weird Science is the movie I was thinking of.
I've heard of
They
Weird
both
Science.
were in 1985.
Well, hold on. Now I'm confused.
Right.
What is Weird Science about? Creating a girl?
Yes.
And what is Real Genius about?
It's just about these two, like Val Kilmers with this other dork, and they just kind of like create.
Not a girl.
Yeah, not a girl.
Not a girl.
Yeah.
By the way,
they're both good, by the way.
Speaking of girls, you know Bill Belichick's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Jordan Hudson? What she did over the weekend, I'm not, like, I don't know what to make of it, because a part of me is like, what a badass, and a part of me is like, you crossed the line. She was with Belichick at a college basketball game.
Yeah.
And she was wearing a T-shirt that said Orchids of Asia Day Spa. Orchids of Asia Day Spa.
What?
Which is the spa that Robert Kraft's scandal occurred at.
Oh, God.
So she went out of her way.
I have the same T-shirt.
Right.
Why do you have that T-shirt?
Because that was like kind of after the Giants beat the Patriots. It was like a dunking on the Patriots shirt that was being sold everywhere online.
But this scandal happened like after you beat them in the Super Bowl. What do you mean?
Yeah, it was just kind of like fun to make fun of the Patriots at that time. I'm saying that shirt's an old shirt, dude.
Yeah, but wasn't the scandal like 2019?
No.
I thought it was. It was recent. It wasn't that long ago.
It's longer ago than you think.
Are you sure about that? I got to double check.
I don't remember.
I thought the scandal was like, and of course the scandal we're talking about is, he went to the massage place and the hokey pokey was going on, and there were never any charges pressed against him.
Al, you're right.
Oh, thank you.
2019, that's it?
Yeah.
Why do I have that shirt?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you, and you made me feel like an idiot.
Well, you always make me feel like an idiot, so we're even.
So why did you have that shirt?
It just was like a funny shirt I saw online. It was kind of like making fun of the Patriots. We owned them,
I hate the Patriots. I didn't get that shirt.
Well, you probably didn't pop up in your Instagram.
I don't know. There are just certain things like, I'll call Robert Kraft out, I guess, but I'm not going to mock him in that regard. That's crossing a line. Like, that almost makes me think the Belichick-Kraft relationship can never be healed. If he's okay. Now, I'm not saying he controls her, but he could very well say, honey, I don't want you going out with that shirt.
Right.
Like, I'm not a fan of it.
Unless he condoned it.
Well, he probably did.
Yeah. He probably thinks Kraft's the reason Bill didn't get in the Hall of Fame.
Well, but neither did Kraft.
Neither one of them got in the Hall
No
of
doubt.
Fame.
But
Exactly.
That's where she's nuts.
Wow. What'd you think of that? Would you give that like a, hey, that's pretty funny and creative, or that's, come on.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Especially
kind of tacky.
You're at Duke, North Carolina. It's a big game.
It's tacky. It's stupid.
I mean, she got the attention she wanted.
Right.
That's for damn sure.
Oh, she
By the
never
way, I
gets
just
attention.
sent you guys a picture of Kelly LeBrock, who is in Weird Science.
The creative girl?
Yes. You will watch this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Remember Kelly LeBrock. Here's a glimpse of her today.
They could create her, and all Evan does is songs on that thing.
We'll come back with your calls, 888-808-1019. We'll make our Super Bowl 61 predictions coming up in a little bit. Plus, now that the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, who should they play on opening night? Should it be the New York Football Giants? Evan and Tiki on the Fan till 2 o'clock.
The Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Yes, the Giants are one of the opponents Seattle will host next year, meaning after the Seahawks win, look out for that schedule release in May. Maybe John Harbaugh's Giants debut comes in Seattle. It also doesn't matter who Tom Brady was rooting for. He got his coach for the Raiders the moment the Super Bowl ended. Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak did confirm after the game he will be taking the Raiders' job, where it is expected he will unite with future first overall pick Fernando Mendoza.
So Tom Brady basically didn't want to back a loser.
That's right.
That's why he had no dog in the fight. Yeah, go Pats. Get your butt kicked. Even at 50, I still train like I'm in my 30s. But recovery matters. That's why I use GAT Sports' new creatine chews. No powder, no mess, no shaker cups. Just great flavors like grape, cotton candy, lemon lime, and fruit punch, all on the go. 5 grams of creatine per serving. Save 30% off your first bottle at gatsport.com with code Tiki30. That's GAT sport.com, code Tiki30. GAT Creatine Chews. Fuel up, compete harder. Let's go.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by Dr. Jay Shah at SamwellPainManagement.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
An unsung hero in Seattle's Super Bowl victory, general manager John Schneider, who could be going to the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. Been with the team since 2010, built the Super Bowl 48 champion, should have gone back-to-back in Super Bowl 49, and now doing it without Pete Carroll and winning Super Bowl 60, building yet another dominant defense. He doesn't get the credit he deserves, but John Schneider should get the praise. I'm Nick Costos.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
When it's time to replace your appliances, Lowe's has you covered. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. And members get more like free delivery, haul away, basic installation and parts, and a 2-year Lowe's protection plan when you spend $2,500 or more on select major appliances. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 2/25 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, Florida. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowes.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
Fun is in the driver's seat at Nielsen Dodge. Get a great deal on the new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram you really want with 0 down payment available, plus the credit help you need. Shop online at nielsendodge.com. President's Day sales event.
All-star coverage across Odyssey Sports is powered by Factor. Factor meals make it easy to feed your performance. Factor. Eat like a pro.
Chick-fil-A's new frosted sodas and floats, it's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new frosted soda or float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
It's Dunkin's world and you're living in it, which means breakfast is easy and costs $5 with Dunkin's $5 meal deal. You get 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee, whatever your mood calls for. Bring your friend, your brother, your mother, your cousin, or just bring yourself, because at Dunkin', they make deals for everyone. Get Dunkin's $5 meal deal only at Dunkin'. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Offer prices varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-948-7878. That's 800-948-7878.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like an estate planner.
Per the contents of the will, all assets go to, what does that say? Ragutataya Yaminayat. Yeah, I don't know. I was in a weird place when I wrote this.
This is the job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all, because right now, Staples prints custom labels for 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep, now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or in the app by 4/4 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
The home of New York Giants football. The Fan.
Runs out of a tackle, down the right sideline, cuts inside at the 5, in for the touchdown!
1019 FM WFAN. WFAN FM. WFAN FM HD1 New York. An Odyssey sports station.
Very rarely do we schedule a Cinco de Luncho, but I have been thinking about it throughout the day because very early on here today on Evan and Tiki, a few people said, hey, this was the worst Super Bowl ever. And I do think that's hyperbole. Like, was it the best? Of course not. But it certainly wasn't the worst. So tomorrow during the Cinco de Luncho, the three of us will list the worst Super Bowls of our lifetime. Now, there may be some crossovers, obviously, because there are some bad ones.
Yeah.
But I kind of have a feeling we're all going to be a little bit different. There'll be some similarities, but there'll be some differences. Because I already know, based on the brief discussion we had earlier today about bad Super Bowls, Sean thought that New England against the Rams back in 2018, January or February of 19, but the 2018 season was a bad Super Bowl. And the truth was, it was a 3-3 game in the fourth quarter. I mean, I can't call that a bad Super Bowl.
No.
It's a close game.
Yeah.
So we all interpret this very different. So tomorrow at about 12:30 during the Cinco de Luncho, we will each come up with our worst Super Bowls of our lifetime.
All right.
And see where it falls.
Okay.
Are you okay over there? Sean has a tissue hanging out of his nostril.
I don't know what to tell you. In a break, I got a nosebleed. This is how I learned that I'm clotting it up here. One-man band. We move on. We play through it.
Why do you have a nosebleed?
Why do I have a nosebleed?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, Evan. It's winter and there's dry air, and I blew my nose too hard.
Okay. I was just asking.
What are you insinuating? That my Super Bowl party got a little hard?
I mean, possibly.
No.
All right. Hope you're okay. Before we get back to your calls, with Seattle winning the Super Bowl, they obviously have the distinct honor of hosting the NFL opener, which is the next day. We're all going to be really excited about football again. I understand that there's a game in Australia, so there's that possibility the NFL may actually open with another game. But if they do play an Australian game before the Thursday night opener, I think it's almost going to be looked at as the Japanese games when the Dodgers play the Padres on March 18th.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's the opener, but we're not going to celebrate it necessarily as the opener. So I still think that Thursday nighter is going to be the one that we're all pumped up about, the real opener of the season. And so here is the list of options for who Seattle could host to begin the 2026 season. And you tell me, Tiki and Sean, which one jumps out at you. You guys ready? Mm-hmm. You obviously have the division rivals. So could you go Rams? Absolutely. Could you go San Francisco? Absolutely. Could go Arizona, but you're not. So you got your three division rivals. Then you've got the Kansas City Chiefs.
But we don't know if Mahomes is ready yet.
But that's the beauty of it, the Mahomes return game.
But you got to make the schedule in May. You can't bank on Mahomes.
When did he tear his ACL?
December.
Yeah, he's not going to be ready.
You have said that you don't think he's going to be ready for the start of the year. I think he will, but I understand the fears
It's just really cutting it close.
But, and you're asking them to make that call in May.
Yeah.
So you say no to Kansas City.
Yeah.
All right. The Los Angeles Chargers.
That's an interesting one.
Not bad.
It's possible.
Not bad. The Chicago Bears.
Very sexy.
I mean, look, I think you better get the Bears early next year because they're probably going to suck. They're not going to be nearly as good as they were this year. Happens a lot in the NFL where you have the breakout year, then you take a step back. But week one, Caleb Williams, we all remember that great throw that he made. People will still be high on Chicago, big market. Not terrible.
Yeah, I don't know if they've made it back into the national spotlight yet.
Okay. The Dallas Cowboys.
That's the low-hanging fruit.
Low-hanging fruit?
They opened last year, though.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, they played Philadelphia last year. That is true.
But that's the easy one to go to.
Well, is it easy? The New England Patriots.
I would have said yes.
They could go Super Bowl rematch.
I would have said yes before last night.
You think the game kind of puts a cloud over it?
The game gets
now. Yeah, you won't care about it because how bad this game was.
There's nobody leaving this game going, I got to see this rematch.
I think you're probably right. Yeah. I think that's a very good point. And then finally, the New York Giants. They are a candidate.
Nah.
Why not?
Not ready.
Well, who's not ready?
The Giants. Not ready for primetime in that regard. I think.
Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person?
I mean, not ready. Like they
I'm talking about from a national. We care about this. Not we and locally. Of course, we would care about it. It'd be awesome. We talk about it nonstop. But nationally, people would be saying the New York Giants, the 3-win team from a year ago, just because you got a new head coach. Now all of a sudden, you need to be playing the Super Bowl champions on Thursday Night Football. So, to me, the answer is one of the division opponents. And I think the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, so my gut tells me it's going to be the Bears, but I'm going to make a case for the Giants here. A couple years ago, we had the same thought. Now, we all thought they were going to be good in the football world. When they put the 7-win Lions before they'd ever made the playoffs on that opener in Kansas City, and they beat them, and that's what started that. Nobody was thinking of a line shot like that.
The Lions they were fantastic the back end of that season before.
You're right. Here's the other thing. The NFL is pigs when it comes to the Giants anyway. They love front-loading the primetime games before it falls out because they want the New York market. With a new coach, sexy it up, I could see a case for the Giants. And the NFL, that opener is going to rate anyway.
Yeah, I think that when you are early in a season, such as week 1, you've got more kind of leeway for the game maybe not being good based on what happens to the team.
You may want to save those Rams games for December.
I agree. I think the Giants, to start the season, they're going to come in with a ton of hype. You've got a young quarterback who people believe in, even if he didn't get a lot of votes for the Offensive Rookie of the Year. And you have a Super Bowl winning head coach. So you think it's going to be San Francisco, you said?
I do. I think it's because it's a rivalry that exists. And I don't know if San Francisco is going to be good. San Francisco feels like they're a team that's on the edge of not being good, especially because they're getting a little bit older in a lot of places. And, I mean, half their offensive line is going to be different.
Right.
So they could stink next year.
That's possible, but week 1 they won't because it's the first week of the season.
Exactly. They'll have a ton of hype.
And your prediction is who, Sean?
I think it's going to be the Bears. Yeah, remember that Chicago market, too? They love the Caleb Williams story. I think it's going to be the Bears.
I think ultimately it's going to be the Rams. I agree with you about the division rival, and I think the Rams, you got the MVP in Matthew Stafford. You got Sean McVay. Right. It's Hollywood. I think it ends up being the Los Angeles Rams. But we'll see. But the Giants are a contender.
And the Rams are not the Rams, but Los Angeles is hosting the Super Bowl next year.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I forgot about 61 is in L.A.
Would you guys forget about will they do it? Because obviously none of us think they will. Would you want the Giants to play the Thursday night opener? Or would it be like, nah?
I wouldn't mind it, actually.
Okay.
Actually, I would, because no matter what happens, you now have 2 or 3 extra days to get ready for week 2. And I think that's valuable.
It's a good thing
for a team with a new head coach.
Absolutely.
And a very young roster still.
After everything we've dealt with the schedule, just give me the Arizona Cardinals week 1, and I'll take my chances starting 1-0. You're walking into a brutal spot. I'd rather catch him napping in week 4.
I think it was Gary Myers, so I want to give the proper credit. So I think it's Gary Myers, and I'll go with that, because if it is Gary Myers, I think he'll be happy that he got the credit. I think Gary Myers is the one who said that the Giants prefer to start the season at home because it's going to be the anniversary of the 86 championship. So if that doesn't mean the NFL will listen.
Right.
The NFL could be like, great, you want to start at home. Good for you. I mean, okay, we're not going to give it to you. So keep that in mind. But yes, the Giants are at least a contender to be the next NFL game that counts that we see against the Seattle Seahawks. Let's go to Constantine in Homedale. Good afternoon, Constantine.
What's up, guys? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
To your point, yes, sir. To your point, I agree with Tiki. I don't think the Giants are ready for that. I just don't think they're ready for that spot in the first opening game. Listen, I hope we get a home game and play a team play kind of a weaker team, set the tone, get a win, and get confident for the rest of the season because we need it. We need it now with Harbaugh and Dart. So that's all I got to say today. Right. I agree with Tiki here.
Appreciate it. Doesn't want that. You afraid of the smoke?
No, not that. I just don't. They're not ready for it yet.
What is that? I don't know what that means. They're not ready for it.
For a national spotlight.
Why not? They're going to get the national spotlight at some point early in the season. Why not have it right away?
Because I think you. Again, this is not the case because it really is based on what you said, ratings.
Yeah, but you're doing it for appeal, and I do think it is appealing. If I'm being fair, as an IFO, I think it's appealing.
I'm looking at this from a non-biased standpoint. And what I mean by non-biased is I'm not looking at the local excitement for Jackson Dart and the New York Giants. If you live in Topeka, Kansas, and you happen to be a fan of, let's say, the Chiefs, if you see the New York Giants and on Thursday night opening day, you're saying that team won 3 games last year. Like, you don't know.
Yeah, but you know that John Harbaugh's the new coach.
I love the Giants.
But still, he's going to coach a 3-win team that's at that won, 12 games in 3 years?
Yeah.
So it's just not exciting.
Yeah, I think that there are certain teams that go into the next season with just a little bit more hype than others. And I think the Giants are going to be one of those. Like, I really do. And I say this as the non-Giant fan. Like, I think they're going to go in the next year with this belief of, hey, they're going to be good and fun.
You still have to prove that. That's not proven yet. The hype, is it worth it? It's not proven yet.
Let's go to John in Pennsylvania. What's up, John?
Hey, guys, how are you? Listen, I've never called a radio show before, but I had to chime in this time.
Oh, I like that.
Because of the subject, and you might find it kind of weird, but my biggest gripe about yesterday, anytime I tune into a Super Bowl, and my thing is the conditions. When you're looking at a perfect, manicured field, 82-degree weather, that's not the kind of Super Bowl I want to see.
Yeah.
Speak
to me.
Especially
Keep going.
when we're all up here buried in snow. Well, we're not buried, but
right.
It doesn't get much above 8 degrees, so we can't get the snow to melt. But I really do think the setting has a lot to do with the personality of the game.
But John, I've agreed with you.
He's right. He's right, though.
Over a decade ago, we had the New York Super Bowl, and they got very lucky. The New Jersey Super Bowl, I apologize. But you know what I mean. And they got very lucky because we got hit by a blizzard like a few hours later, but the game was in fine conditions. And I walked away from that thinking we should have cold weather Super Bowls. The NFL absolutely disagrees. So I get John's point. I have said it before. But all you've got to do is look at the last few sites, the next few sites. They are going for as controlled weather as humanly possible.
Yeah, and that's because it's a tourist event. They want people to come, to be sponsors, to enjoy their week. They don't want to be schlepping around -5-degree Minnesota.
Which they've done.
Which they did, and it was miserable for most people who went. Because you couldn't even go outside. So you spent your entire week, if you were there all week like we were, Sean and I were, and you were literally inside.
Have that eliminated for the Super Bowl, while you may find it ideal and many may find it ideal, there does feel to be something missing. But it's just never going to happen again. I mean, the NFL made a clear decision after MetLife Stadium that they gave Mara and Woody what they wanted. They promised them a Super Bowl. They gave them a Super Bowl, and we're never going to get it again. The next time we'll get a cold weather Super Bowl is if they put a dome in Chicago or a dome in Washington. They will give it to them, and they'll go through the issues that you mentioned of the risks of, it's cold in Chicago. But they'll do it as a reward for the new stadium.
Yes.
But those games will not be impacted by the bad weather. Matt in Ridgefield. Hey, Matt.
Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for taking the call. So, first time calling in the midday. I usually get to listen on my lunch break, so thanks for taking the call. So, Tiki, the day after the Seahawks win the Super Bowl in the stadium of my favorite team, you're telling them that they're going to stink next year and that they're old.
I didn't say they are. I said they could. Is Christian McCaffrey Is Christian McCaffrey staying healthy all season long after having, 420 touches last year?
It's actually fun. So he's actually the one that he's not the same hitting the hole anymore as he used to, clearly.
Right. But they utilized him like unbelievable. Trent Williams, is he going to be healthy?
The defense. No, so that's the spot. So it's that spot and the center on the offense side of the ball.
Right.
But on defense side of the ball, they have the second youngest team defense in football last year, and they all got manageable minutes this year, which I'm happy to hear about. And actually, I have a question for Evan as well.
Yes.
I know Mac Jones, he's not being made available,
right.
But what would you give up as a Jets fan for him? And I don't know how I think Ayuk is already released, but what would you give up for Mac Jones if you had to go that route?
I found it interesting.
Thanks, I love you, man.
Appreciate you, man. I found it interesting that they said we're not moving.
I don't believe that.
I don't need that.
That's a negotiating play.
It's 100%. As soon as you see that, because who the hell is talking about Mac Jones right now? And all of a sudden this comes out, we're not trading Mac Jones.
I'll never forget.
Unless you make us an offer.
Early on, years ago, before I met my wife, I made it clear I wasn't interested in this girl. And guess what happened? She came on to me more and more.
Yeah,
she's like, he doesn't want me? Yeah, we'll see.
Right.
So I think it's kind of the same thing in this. Like, San Francisco is probably open to trading Mac Jones, but they're going to make it, hey, you better pay a lot.
Right.
Now, what would I give up? Nothing more than a 4th-round pick. And if that's not enough, no deal. No dice. I don't view Mac Jones as the answer. I don't view him as the future.
He's a potential bridge.
Yeah. He's a potential bridge. He's sort of a lottery ticket because he's relatively young, but I'm not giving up more than a 4th-round pick for that.
And he's a good backup, even if you go draft someone in the whenever you get your guy.
Now, a couple of things. We may get a redo on our Seattle Seahawks Week 1 pick because it was announced on Friday that the Rams are playing the Niners in Melbourne, Australia.
Oh.
I don't think it's been confirmed that it's week 1, but there's certainly heavy speculation that it will be week 1.
Well, it's starting the season. What is not confirmed is how they're going to start, like you said. Can it be like a week 0 type of thing? Will it be right on the weekend?
Oh, they've confirmed, though, it's opening the season?
Apparently, Goodell said this last year. They will open the season.
Well, it's got to be.
Then
because
they're
that's
both
a
out.
hike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, like, no matter when they play the game, they are no longer contenders to play Seattle. So both you and I, Tiki, the teams we picked, have been eliminated. So we do get a repick, which means it's not going to be a division rival because I can't imagine it's Arizona unless they do something wacky during the offseason.
That would make no sense.
You're going back to the Chargers, Giants,
Chiefs, Chargers,
Bears, Cowboys.
Yeah. You want to go through it?
Okay, sorry.
I mean,
no, just go through it.
Those 4 and the Chiefs, yeah.
Now, Shona's already said the Bears.
And the Patriots.
And the Patriots. Who do you think the NFL will pick?
I agree
Seattle?
with your take on the Patriots. It's just not, after this thing, the Super Bowl doesn't feel enticing. I'm going to go Chargers.
I'm going to go Chiefs. I think they're going to run the risk that, you know what, if Patrick Mahomes does come back, how great is that?
And who is it if not?
Right now it's Gardner Minshew, but
he's hurt too.
No, but then it turned out he didn't. Do you see that? He didn't end up tearing his ACL.
That's true. So he would be ready in theory.
What?
So they said he was out. Remember he didn't play those last couple of games with a torn ACL? They found out after the swelling went down. Turned out it was just something else. He never tore his ACL. He doesn't need surgery.
Okay.
So he would be ready for week 1?
Right. Correct.
I think, you know why you do it? They're the Chiefs, right? Still Andy Reid, still Travis Kelce. I assume he's going to come back. Taylor Swift. Like, you still have all the Chiefs stuff with it. So if you don't have Mahomes, all right, you got the Chiefs. And if you do have Mahomes, you have the comeback. So I will officially predict Chiefs Seahawks week 1 to open the NFL season.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers.
And you're going Chargers. Sonny and Malvern. Hey, Sonny.
Hey, guys. How are you?
What's up, Sonny?
What's up?
Hey, Tiki. Disagree with you on a few things. Number one, Matt Jones, I think the 49ers are going to keep him. Tiki, you should know the importance of having a really good backup quarterback. This day and age where quarterbacks are getting hurt on a weekly basis, I think the 49ers, with their solid, team, they need a real solid backup quarterback, and I think they're going to keep him. Number two, I disagree with you, Tiki. I love you, but I disagree with you on the Giants not being a primetime team. Listen, they got the it factor right now. They got the quarterback with swag. They got the running back with Scatterboo. They're all over the place, those two. They got the coach. I think they're going to be. Listen, Rodgers, right? The year before Rodgers went to the Jets, how many games did they win? And how many times were they on prime time with Rodgers that year? It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter if they won 1, 2, or 3 games. It's the now factor, the it factor, and the Giants have that.
The question is, does John Harbaugh and year 2 of Jackson Dart equivocate to Aaron Rodgers? Is it as sexy as Aaron Rodgers? And the answer is probably not. No. I think it's sexy. I just don't think it's as sexy as, the Hall of Fame quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers was a Hall of Famer going to a team that had not won, but had a defense that was one of the tops in the league.
Right.
So, and you had some skill position players on offense, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. It felt like this team is ready to win right now.
A yearly tradition like no other. Our predictions for next year's Super Bowl. Plus your calls, 888-808-1019. We're with you till the Carton Show with Craig and Big Mac at 2.
I'm always incredibly busy, and I need my family to feel safe when I'm not with them. So we turn to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link security system into our home. It's a smart home security solution that combines safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right from my phone. Well, in addition to the smoke and fire detectors and the doorbell cameras and the garage door openers, I can play Apple Music right from my phone throughout my entire house. The beauty of Sloman's and their expert staff is that they will customize the Sloman Shield Link system to fit your home exactly how you want it to be set up. So if you want your lighting to turn on as soon as it gets dark outside, they can do that. Or when you turn on your alarm, all of the doors lock, they can do that as well. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Downtown Nursing and Rehabilitation Center.
Hey, healthcare workers of New York, are you looking to make a difference? Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is actively hiring nurses and CNAs. Call 718-636-1000. That's 718-636-1000.
It's Monday Night Basketball on WFAN with the Nets and Bulls. 7:30 tonight. The home of Brooklyn Nets basketball is The Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money. And
the Lakers square off in L.A. tonight, and I think Cason Wallace is poised to have another big game. He's taken over the point guard duties in the last 2 games since SGA went out with an ab injury, and Wallace has posted 13 points and 5 assists, and then 23 points and 4 assists. The Lakers are among the worst in the NBA at allowing points and assists to opposing point guards this year. So let's go over on Cason Wallace, points plus assists tonight. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
We're celebrating all month with special presidential savings, plus 0 down payment.
We have your new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram at extra special fun is in the driver's seat savings.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4, just $187 a month. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo X 4x4, just $295 a month.
Plus, choose from a wide selection of certified pre-owned vehicles.
And if you need credit help, we're here to make it fast and easy on Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Proud member of the Nielsen Auto Group.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
President's Day sales event. Term 27 months to assign Compass 5782, Cherokee 5890 at tax tag 489 dock and DMV fees.
At Town Fair Tire, New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, you get it all. The guaranteed lowest price, the most free services, and we accept all valid rebates from any manufacturer and from our competition. Yes, we accept them all, even competitor rebates. Town Fair Tire, New England's largest discount tire dealer, now with over 120 stores from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Allstate is Metro New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the tri-state area. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So, switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Hey, it's Tiki. Even at 50 years old, I still train hard, and recovery matters. That's why I use GAT Sports' new creatine chews. No powder, no mess, no shaker cups. Just great flavors like grape cotton candy, lemon lime, and my favorite, fruit punch on the go. 5 grams of creatine per serving. Save 30% off your first bottle at gatsport.com with code TIKI30. That's GAT Sport.com with code TIKI30. GAT Creatine Chews. Fuel up, compete harder. Let's go.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank. NA member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
Cruise from $199 plus get up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
Do I plan for a vacation or plan for a renovation?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Is cash still king?
Wait, when did a dollar slice go up to $3?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
All right, this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results. ChefIQ.com. Pro-wise, hockey's off, so right now, the Nets tonight host what's left of the Bulls roster at the Barclays Center in a game that can be heard right here on the Fan. And at 6:30 at Madison Square Garden, the red-hot Red Storm, fresh off beating UConn on Friday night, will host Xavier.
Yeah, Friday night was a great win for St. John's. Friday night was an embarrassing loss for the Knicks. It will mean nothing come March and May. That's the whole point. So great win if you're at the Garden. Ugly loss if you're a Knicks fan watching on TV. But the point I made on Friday was get into the game, root for your team, understand it really doesn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. Now, this is a new tradition around here. We've done this a few years in a row where the day after the Super Bowl, we pick next year's Super Bowl. And this year was a real challenge because no one saw it coming. In fact, just to put in perspective how crazy the odds were for the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks the day after last year's Super Bowl, the New England Patriots odds to get to the Super Bowl was 125 to 1. Right now, you know who is 125 to 1?
Giants.
The Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders. Wow. So it shows you that was a long shot. The Seattle Seahawks were 60 to 1. So it's a long shot. Now, if I'm using an equivalent of last year's odds to predict this year's Super Bowl, and I use their exact same odds that they had in each conference, that would mean we'd have a Super Bowl right now between the New York Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders. So,
are you serious?
Yeah, just
Come
based
on.
based on the odds that the Seahawks and the Patriots had compared to the odds of the teams sitting here right now.
So the teams that are picking basically at the top of the draft?
Pretty much. Well, put it this way. The Seattle Seahawks were 60-1. Currently, there's no NFL team that's 60-1. We've got two teams in between. The Vikings at 55-1 and the New York Giants at 70-1. So it's almost like pick between the two of them, whichever one you want the equivalence of. And in the case of New England, despite Mike Vrabel and because we knew he was hired at the time, and despite year 2 of Drake May, they were still 120-1. Which is the same odds as the Las Vegas Raiders right now.
Yeah, I can't see the Raiders with a rookie quarterback. But, I mean, whatever. Vegas knows better than I do. That's for damn sure.
Now, just to remind you, this is what we said a year ago at this time on what we thought this Super Bowl would be, the one that we experienced yesterday. Let's go to our prediction desk to get a reminder.
All right, Tommy's being wiped from here. We don't need to hear that again. We're going to go Evan real quick.
Give me the Buffalo Bills represented in the AFC. And in the NFC, I am taking the Aaron Rodgers-led New York Giants. No, I'm just kidding.
You almost got excited.
I'm going to take the Lions. Yeah.
Wow.
Who did not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I had one team make the playoffs, losing the divisional round. Buffalo against Detroit. That did not work out.
All right, here's Tiki.
Ravens, Eagles.
Same thing. One team made the playoffs. The other one didn't make it. In fact, they fired their coach.
Yes.
And now he's your head coach.
All right, here I go. I think the Chargers represent the AFC next year. Second year with Harbaugh.
Interesting.
In the NFC, I'm going with the Commanders.
Oh, so same thing. You had one team at least make the playoffs, and then the other one wasn't even close. So it shows you this is a very, very difficult challenge and difficult game. Sean, I know you've been thinking about this all day. Super Bowl 61, 1 year out. More than a year out, because we're still short of February 14th, which is the time of Super Bowl 61. Right now it is February 9th. So a little bit more than a year from now, the Super Bowl will be between which two teams?
Okay, I just want to say the reason I'm saying this, I think we're about to embark on a 5-year period where you're getting random matchups every year. I think that's the place in the NFL. I think you're getting Lions-Jaguars next year.
Oh, interesting. That's a good one.
Jaguars.
Bounce back season for the Lions while everybody's on the Bears in that division. And give me the Jaguars, who just fiddled out, but I think they're on the come.
Lions-Jaguars. All right. Okay.
I like that one.
What you got, Teak?
I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens again. Jesse Minter shoring up a defense, healthy Lamar Jackson. So Baltimore Ravens and Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that's a throw-up Super Bowl.
The Dallas Cowboys?
Yep.
You're not doing that.
They have a quarterback who's going to be in the MVP conversation.
They're on the longest streak of not going to a championship game.
What makes it perfect that they go to one.
What a sellout you are.
Wow.
Not a sellout. I'm just keeping it real.
No, I get you. So
their offense was damn impressive.
No, it definitely was. I was with you on the Raven thing. It's like a part of me thinks that the Ravens or the Steelers are getting to the Super Bowl. Like a team who just changed their coach for the first time in a million years. They're going to be the team that in year one of a new era where we think it's going to be hard times, they bust through. And I was leaning towards Baltimore. There's a part of me that's like, wouldn't it be amazing if it's the Steelers? 43-year-old Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy, two guys that have been much maligned. But I'm actually going to agree with you about the Ravens. I think it's the Ravens. And I think it's going to cause like this weird debate around here where we're going to be like, are we pissed off because that's John Harbaugh's former team? Like, what's our feelings towards it? So I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens on the AFC side. I agree with you. And on the NFC side, I want to go completely random. And I do think it's going to be the Washington Commanders.
Wow.
Yeah, big bounce back spot for them. Okay. I believe in Jaden Daniels. It was health that really...
No love for the South or the West?
I mean, it's not about love. It's
the better teams are in the West. They're all in the West.
That means they got to beat up on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't last year, though.
That's
they
right.
all had 12 wins.
I also am going with a geographic dream match. Like, did you even pick up on that?
Yeah.
A Beltway battle, a Baltimore-Washington Parkway war between the Ravens and Washington. That'd be weird.
Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I thought one of us was going to blink, and we didn't. Nobody the first year without McDermott thinks the Bills are going.
I thought about them. I thought about it.
They didn't feel good.
They did, but now don't they reek of that team that gets rid of the coach and Josh Allen finally gets through after that crying in the locker room? Yeah, I didn't have the courage to do it. I thought one of you guys was going to do it.
I can't do it because I did it last year. Like 2 years in a row of picking the Buffalo Bills, I'd all of a sudden have to look at myself in the mirror and say, what am I, a fanboy? Can't do it.
Okay.
I had to go away from it.
I didn't do it because I thought one of you guys was doing it.
Yeah. Well, Tiki did it because he picked the Ravens 2 years in a row now.
Yeah, but let's also remember the Ravens had Lamar Jackson injury issues all season long.
No, I understand. Same with Jaden Daniels and the Commanders.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm picking them.
I don't hate the Ravens pick. I don't.
Thank you. How about the Commanders pick? You hate that one?
I mean, no, because I looked. You went with the same theory I went with the Lions. They're got down a year, bounce back.
I thought about the Lions for a little bit. Here are your current odds, by the way, coming out of the Super Bowl. Who do you think is the favorite to win the Super Bowl next year?
It's got to be Seattle.
Got to be Seattle? It is Seattle. Yeah. Yes. I was surprised, though, because I thought that maybe there'd be a disrespect to Sam and what they accomplished.
No, their
but
defense is so good, man.
They are slight favorites ahead of what other team? Slight. They're plus 750. There's a team at plus 800, so slightly behind them. Just a little bit, just a hair, just a touch, just a tip.
Eagles?
No. Eagles are well down now, 15-1. A lot of questions about their future.
I don't know.
It's going to be two teams, one of two teams.
Go ahead.
Either the Rams or the Bills.
You were right, the Los Angeles Rams. Now, the favorites in the AFC, it's very tight. The Ravens and the Bills are both 12-1. And then the third AFC team, the Los Angeles Chargers, are ahead of the Chiefs.
I am done betting on them.
Betting on the Chargers?
That's Joe wants to do you can change the team, the uniform, the quarterback. That goes for the Chargers.
Yeah.
They always let you down.
Something always happens.
And I get that Patrick Mahomes is coming off a major injury. Behind the Chargers? And then the Patriots are getting a lot of disrespect.
What about Denver?
Denver, too.
Yeah.
Denver's 20-1. New England is 17-1. Here are the AFC teams ahead of Denver and New England, both teams that played in the championship game. The Chiefs, the Chargers, the Bills, and the Ravens.
Well, I think people also look at what the Denver Broncos did this past season, and so many one-score, late winning games.
Yeah, they think they're fluky.
Yeah.
Even though they've made the playoffs in back-to-back years.
Right. But if you flip those games, you did this earlier in the season, you flip those one-score games, they're one of the worst teams in football.
Yeah. The team I would love to, I've already told you I made that bet on the Giants getting to the Super Bowl like a nice flyer. Mm-hmm. The other team based on these odds that I'd be in love with is Kansas City. Like, we're just assuming that even if Mahomes isn't ready for the start of the year, Tiki, and you're right, if they could survive the first 3 or 4 weeks, and I assume I'm getting Patrick Mahomes with a vengeance coming off of this past season.
With Tyreek Hill.
Why would I pick against
with
them?
Who?
With Tyreek Hill.
Why, are you assuming that's going to happen?
Oh, he's coming back to Kansas City.
That's fine. I can see
You
it.
could bet they are getting some of the old band back together for one
So
more run.
isn't that like the perfect AFC team based on these current odds?
I like it. I might do it.
Thank you. I think I may do a Chiefs-Giants Super Bowl just for fun.
Wow.
Yeah. You could parlay, right? Like the Chiefs coming out of the AFC and the Giants coming out of the AFC.
Yeah, you definitely could. Crazy odds.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll check in on next year and see how we did. Chris is calling from Bayshore. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, hey guys, how we doing? Listen, I gotta have Tiki wear an L too. It's not real genius. It's weird science.
Yeah, we corrected it.
He did correct it. So
he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were both 85 films.
Okay, yeah, no, because I know if you were around that time, you knew what Kelly LeBrock was.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
No, but I just wanted to touch on Sam a little bit. I don't think he's getting the credit he deserves for yesterday. I think his decision making early on and the way he got rid of the ball, I think he played better than just average. No,
you know who also is not giving Sam Darnold credit?
Who?
Puka Nacua, who went on Twitter last night right after the game ended and wrote Sam Darnold crying emoji.
Really? Why?
Yeah, just mocking that he won. That's how it was interpreted, that Nacua was mocking Sam Darnold. And I buy it because Nacua comes across like an immature brat. Not a fan of his anymore.
Yeah. Well,
I know he shot his shot with Sidney Sweeney and everybody's celebrating, but even the stuff with the anti-Semitic touchdown dances and just the comments he makes, he feels like just a man-child. And now he's mocking Sam
Did his
Darnold.
brother get in trouble too?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I feel like there's something out there about that. By the way, we might want to back off on the Chargers. After 5-year hiatus, Adam Gase returns to coaching, joining the Chargers as an assistant focused on the passing game.
God,
sources say.
What do you want me to tell you? I mean, I don't want to be a bad guy. I wish him the best of luck. I always heard he made a mean coffee for Peyton Manning. He will always go down as one of the worst head coaches in the history of the New York Jets. He'll always be remembered for the darting eyes and everything that goes along with it. With that said, hopefully he can have a career. I'm not going to hold ill will to him. Yeah, more power to him.
5 years he's been out of the league.
Yeah, he took a real bath for that
That's
jet
almost
run.
like you got to start a new career.
Yes. I'll never forget. This is how I found out about NYJ Matt, who's a great Jet fan who tweets a lot. years ago, NYJ Matt created a fake story that Adam Gase had gotten fired as a high school offensive coordinator. I think that was this. If I'm getting this wrong, I apologize, NYJ Matt. And Craig and me at the time ran with it as, can you believe this? Adam Gase got fired as a high school OC. And it turned out to be a fake story. But we were all like, man, it was so believable. Like, isn't that the beauty of the Adam Gase run, that we actually believe this happened? And so he's come a long way from there because now he's back in the NFL as a passing game coordinator. You'd agree he's never getting another head coaching job.
No chance.
Yeah. That's over for him.
Yeah.
But you know what? Could he turn into a nice career as an assistant? Sure. Why the hell not?
Right.
Dan in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. Hey, Dan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Tiki, I got a question for you.
What's up?
We all saw how Seattle's defense, how they performed for 3 quarters, and what they did to Drake May. Why would Seattle change anything that they were doing in the fourth quarter to allow, like, Drake May to, break records on fourth quarter passing yards and stuff? I don't know why they would tweak anything. Why would they just keep the pressure on?
Yeah,
is there a reason, or is that just human nature?
No, it's just I think it's human nature. You end up playing more, let them complete passes in front of you and just make tackles. It forces the clock to run too. And so it's essentially we'll concede yards for you to run down the clock.
Yeah.
So it's actually smart. It gets the game over faster.
You ever play checkers?
Yes.
You like checkers?
I do.
It's like when you're ahead by a checker or two, you start trading checkers.
Yes, right.
You start saying, all right, jump me, I jump you, because you're like, let me just get this game over with.
Right.
If I could trade out the checkers, I'll win.
Right. Right. That's basically what they were doing. Go ahead, take all that open space. We'll tackle you, and the clock is going to run.
Mike is in Mountainside. Hey, Mike.
Hey, boys. What's going on? Hopefully everybody had a good Super Bowl yesterday.
Indeed. Yeah, thank you.
But you guys keep forgetting about the one guy in the AFC North. I know everybody's donning the Baltimore Ravens. You keep forgetting about Joe Burr, Mr. Shiesty himself.
Yeah, their defense has got to get better, though. But, Mike,
if you look at their notes. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, their defense was so bad last year.
I know, but when Joe came back, even if they improved just a little bit,
right?
I'll take Joe Shiesty over anybody. Joe Shiesty, baby.
It's a good point. It's a good point, man. It's a good point. I mean, he is one of the best quarterbacks in the AFC.
And it feels more open because of the questions now created in Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You are talking about new head coaches. I know Mike McCarthy's won before. We'll see about Jesse Minter. He's still a first-time head coach. So it does feel like the division has been opened up slightly ajar.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's healthy, he's one of the best quarterbacks on the planet. But you mentioned it. Their defense has been a problem, 3 consecutive years. It's been awful.
Yeah, it was because they had to overpay offensively. Obviously, him, 2 wide receivers. It gets hard.
Let's go to John and Brick. Hey, John.
Hey, Evan. How are you?
Good, man. What's
I
up?
just wanted to bring up a weird thing. The Mets put out a video of some of the players showing up for spring training, and Luke Weaver showed up with his Yankee bag.
Yes, yes. Do you have an issue with this? Is this bothering you, John?
Yeah, it bothers me.
All right, I'm going to try
Why
to talk
is he coming with his Yankee gear?
I'm going to try to talk you off the ledge. So we addressed this about 2 hours ago, which shows you Met fans are really bothered by this because this is the second person to say, did you see this Luke Weaver thing?
The loser, Luke Weaver.
I am not freaking out about it because what did you want him to do?
All right.
Go to the Sports Authority and buy a Mets bag?
Sports Authority doesn't exist.
What, Dick's. I forgot. I'm sorry. I keep getting them confused. That's the bag he has. He's coming to spring training. I'm sure they'll give him a new bag.
Yeah.
And he'll be good to go.
If he walks out on Thursday and he still has the Yankee bag, then you have a problem.
I agree.
You know what it shows?
What?
I'm actually proud of Luke. This is my new take. It shows the Yankees don't view the Mets as a rival as much as the Mets view him as because Luke Weaver would never show up there thinking it's a big deal if he thought they were a real rival.
I am so confused by that comment. What?
Luke Weaver entered his new employer, the Mets, with a Yankee bag. He didn't view that as a big deal. Why? Because the Mets mean nothing to the Yankees. But Met fans think that the Yankees are their big rival.
No, hold on. See, you're not being fair about this because we haven't had a Yankee show up with a Met bag yet to see how your brethren would respond to it.
My point is, in Luke Weaver's head, who played for the Yankees,
no.
Going to the Mets, they are not a rival,
Sean,
or he would never show up with that
you're
way.
in Luke Weaver's head, There's my bag. I'm showing up to work. I'm not going out on Amazon to buy a new bag to make 9 people on Twitter happy.
No.
That's what happened. Stop making this a Yankee thing.
No.
It's a simple, this is my bag thing.
Nope. If Luke Weaver signed with the Red Sox, he would not have showed up to Fort Myers with the Yankee bag because he would view it and go, this is Yankees, Red Sox. I can't be doing this. That's my point.
Yeah, that's still
He doesn't view the Mets as a rival. So take that, Met fans.
We
don't think of you that
You're somehow taking this as a shot. I don't know why.
I formulated it. It took me 3 hours. I got to take. What do you want from me?
But it's funny. Met fans aren't bothered by it. And I'm just telling you, guys, let's care about what matters.
Doesn't mean anything.
I mean, geez, he doesn't want to go on Amazon and buy a Met bag. That's really what it comes down to.
How much are you paying him over there? How cheap is he?
It's not about being cheap. Just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you want to do stupid things with your money. If you know you're getting
he's
a
just
free
comfortable
bag
with it, and then now he's on a new team, and it'll change.
Stupid things for money. It's like a $9 bag.
Yeah, but he knows he's getting
It's more than $9.
It's definitely more than $9. I just bought one for my kids. It was like $80.
Go to Marshalls.
He knows he's going to his new team where they're going to give him a new bag. Why should he rush out and buy a Met bag?
Yeah, you don't know Marshalls?
I know Marshalls. They have sports gear?
No, they have like bags. Like they get like a cheap Adidas bag. Probably has like a red dot on it. That's why it's being sold there. It's cheap.
That's the one you pick?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Let's go to Ross in Bergen County. Hey, Ross.
How we doing, guys? Good show as always.
Appreciate it.
Hey, really quick, by the way, Sean could have been more on cue with that Chargers, same old Chargers, change the jerseys, everything. They hire Adam Gase 5 minutes later. But
So true.
Anyway, really quick, Evan, I got to call you out real quick. I know you're kind of one of the go-to preachers about the losers lose narrative, and then I got to hear you had a Bills-Lions Super Bowl pick last year. And on top of that, bro, you talk about the indoor teams. Lions probably got one of the most fixed roofs in the league, and you had them, and they flat out missed the playoffs. You completely mushed them, bro.
You know why, though? But here's the thing. Because last year, this was like me saying, I don't know what's going to happen a year from now. And so I went out of the box. I didn't give it the proper thought. This year, I gave it more thought.
You gave it thought in the context of what just happened this past season?
I gave it thought in terms of, A, my real beliefs about domes and losers lose, which he pointed out. And then also, looking at what just happened this year, is Sean right that we're about to enter a new NFL of, anyone's going to get there? And then I also looked.
I hope so.
Yeah, well, if the Jets get there, yes.
Well, just anybody. It's just like you don't want dynasties.
Bro, that's so ridiculous. The Super Bowl sucked, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what everyone says. I didn't think it sucked. I enjoyed watching the Patriots get beat, but most people thought it sucked. The part of why it did is because of the randomness.
Yeah, but no, I don't think so. I think it sucked because it was just a terrible game.
Disagree. If the Chiefs were in this game but getting blown out, you'd have enjoyed it more because it was the
Chiefs
death of a dynasty.
The Chiefs were in the game last year and got blown out, and it sucked.
The people didn't talk about it the way they're talking about this one. Disagree with you. I'm telling you, having that team in there.
I think you might be forgetting. Last year's Super Bowl was bad.
I know it was bad.
It was horrible, dude.
This one's regarded as worse.
You're equating randomness to like that's going to be boring. If the Bears are in this game, is it boring? If the Lions are in the game next year, is it boring? The Bills are still random. They haven't been there forever. I mentioned Jacksonville. You landed on the most boring AFC team versus the most boring NFC team.
It depends on the team. I said this leading into the week. A part of why there was not a lot of hype for this Super Bowl wasn't that they were just random. It was that they were random franchises that also have been there relatively recently. Like, if you give me teams that have never been there, then yeah, it's naturally going to be more exciting because you're seeing a franchise you've never seen. That's all I'm telling you.
We've seen the Packers there. They're not more exciting?
I think you're missing a little bit of something here.
Go.
There's not really a national figure on either of these teams. Drake May doesn't do national commercials. Sam Darnold doesn't do national commercials. Kenneth Walker III is not a household name. Maybe the closest one is Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he's very reserved and quiet. Like, who is the superstar that you're looking at? Even this defense, this dark, whatever, shadow, what was it? Dark
side.
I've already forgot. Dark side defense.
Yeah.
Like, who is the guy that you're putting on the Wheaties box?
I agree with you.
And so
that's part of it.
And now go to the Patriots. Yeah. Other than Drake May, who's, by the way, only in his second year, who are you putting on a Wheaties box?
I agree.
So there's no stars.
I think we're both right
in the game. No, this is why it doesn't have juice, because there's no one that you can just ubiquitously talk about.
Yeah,
like this guy, Pat Mahomes. You can. It becomes like diarrhea of the mouth. You say his name so much because he was so good and he's dynastic. You can talk about the head coach. Can't even talk about either of these head coaches.
No,
really,
I agree.
Vrabel had more of a shot than McDonald, but Vrabel has never done anything in the postseason as a coach. He's gotten there and obviously got to the Super Bowl this year, so you give him his credit. If he keeps doing it, maybe it'll change. But who are you talking about? Who's the national figure that's the superstar? That's why this game had no juice.
Yeah, I think that's a part of it. I still think everything I said is true, along with what you said.
Yeah, but
they don't have a star. I can't argue
I also
that.
think both of these teams are very good. Very Seattle. You could see it just by watching them. They're well coached. They're disciplined. Same thing with the Patriots. Their offense was just compromised, and I think it's probably because Drake May is more hurt than they let on. I think he's banged up, and so he was incapable of having the kind of game that they needed.
Yeah, I think that unfortunately this game, and we had the lead up last week that told us this game, for a few of the reasons you gave, did not have a lot of hype. And then the game wasn't very good.
Right.
And when you add it all together, you get a stink fest. But luckily tomorrow we will get to the bottom of if it was the worst Super Bowl. I don't think it was. But we'll do our special Cinco de Luncho rankings coming up tomorrow at about 12:30, along with everything else. If you've missed any of this show, whether it's the Mike Tirico, Adam Sandler controversy, which we spent plenty of time on early, you can rewind on the Odyssey app. You can also download the Evan and Tiki podcast, or you can visually stimulate yourself by watching the entire show on YouTube. So you've got lots of options to consume this if you missed it. Coming up next, The Carton Show with Craig Carton and Big Mac. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 10 a.m.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.